on the way to the auction block. Oh, wait a minute, man. We got the engine. Let me play his video. Holy crap. Look at that thing under the hood. Wait a minute. He's actually on the road. 1987 Mericore XR4 Ti driving. He's got video. Yeah, but what year, bro? I'm not saying it's not legit. Here's some other things included in the sale. A key. That's big of you. Thanks for including the key. The owner's manual. A window sticker. Service records. I bet there are a hell of a lot of those. A repair manual. A dashboard cover. A fire extinguisher. You're going to need that, dude. Believe that. You're going to need that. Known flaws. This dude's great. I love it. You have to disclose. Rear spoiler bolt covers missing. Antenna missing. Scratches on the wheels. Hey, my man, good luck. What's he got? What are the modifications? Oh, a Clarion CD player. I like it. Covers on the front seats. Compass on the dashboard. A mount on the passenger side of the dashboard. Hey, bro, I'm here for it. What's the first known flaw? Let me see. The attached Carfax history report lists a... Uh-oh! I thought that was kind of a red flag. The attached Carfax history report lists a potential odometer rollover in September of 2023. It adds that this XR4 Ti's 5-digit odometer, quote, probably reset to zero when mileage exceeded 99,999. And they quote, any reported mileage since then is potentially unreliable. Yeah, that's a problem. Dude, how did you drive that car 100,000 miles when mine went right to crap after 15?
1 million.
Incredible. Let me check the interior. Yeah, it looks familiar. Yo, bro, good luck. I love that when somebody posts something like that on X, immediately it's like, Jim Rome! That's that. Well, I'm going to keep tracking that. Let's watch that, Tommy. Let's see if that guy gets it. 7 days. You're running out of time. All right. Thank you very much for listening. That's a solid Thursday. I'm looking for you to come back here and do it again tomorrow. My thanks to our guests. We had the mayor, Sean Casey. We had the big head. We had Kelvin Sampson. Albie even came in with a prize pick selection. It is opening day. I've got a Jim Rome podcast I'm going to push out later on this afternoon. Jordan Palmer joins me. So a lot to get done. Have a great day. See you tomorrow, Rob.
Are you retired or retiring soon? Do you know how much money you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. These may feel like scary times. Several economists are saying that a recession is imminent. So what do you do? Ancient wisdom says plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2. Have an actionable plan to get there. Step 3. Make sure that plan is executed to take advantage of market gains, but protect you from market losses. We would like to give you a free, no-obligation consultation to help you do all three. We will help you discover your magic number and give you the roadmap to get there. Call now to schedule your free consultation. 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108. 800-508-6108. Don't wait. Call 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Home runs and high fives always go better with a Bud Light. Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Whether you're headed to the ballpark, the jungle, or the couch, be sure to pick up and order some Bud Light and enjoy the ball game. Bud Light is always easy to drink and easy to enjoy. And remember, Pirate Nation, stay in the game and please drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by and try one of our amazing empanadas. Our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Okay, guys, I've devised a plan to find better home internet. Kids, you scout the web for the best deals. Honey, you monitor our projected data usage.
Or we could avoid that hassle and go with U.S. Cellular's home internet.
New plan. Ellen, you sign up for U.S. Cellular home internet. Madison, you bring me snacks while I stream the game.
Bundle and save on U.S. Cellular's new and improved home internet. Just $29.99 when bundled with a wireless plan. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
You already know, my guy.
I'm a current long snapper.
T-top 5, man. That's all I'm going to say.
We're blue collar, we're hard workers, that's who our fans are, that's who our school is.
Clip, what's up? It's Bryce.
Loneliness is worse than COVID. It's a proven fact.
I don't want a stalker.
Bro, what are we doing here?
Bro.
Just a bunch of dudes sitting in a room talking into sticks, man.
So you're You can't say that.
Cliff, thank you for letting me hijack the show.
If it wasn't funny, then let's blame it on the duck.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a cold and rainy Thursday. We'll try to warm you up here on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250 and 930 online, pr927fm.com.
And come on and hang out with us as we are on YouTube and Facebook Live. Make sure you subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. You can watch this show, The Brian Bailey Show, and the newest episode of The Holt Naylor Show, which dropped earlier today. All there for you at Pirate Radio TV, plus our ECU baseball coverage and spring football coverage, interviews. And I believe we'll have a special for you tomorrow, so we won't have Pirate Radio Live, but the work never stops. The grind never stops. We'll be talking to Caiden Hauser coming up on a Friday. He'll join me in the Pirate Radio studios at 1:30, and we'll pop that up on Facebook and YouTube. So a little something for your Friday afternoon, some ECU football talk with one of the new Pirate QBs, Caiden Hauser, and maybe more coming up on Friday. So stay tuned for that. All right, coming up on today's program, we will welcome in Zach Kaplan. Last weekend, he was in Charlotte watching some tournament basketball. We'll talk NCAA tournament and local sports with Zach Kaplan from WNCT Channel 9. He'll join us in about 15 or 20 minutes. Coming up in hour number 2, Caden Norman, former Pirate quarterback, will join us to talk some gambling, some football, and all things Holt Naylor Show. So Caden will join us in hour 2. Jeff Nadu will join us in hour 2. We'll break down every game going on tonight and tomorrow night in the Sweet 16, and I'll see if he has any baseball gambling advice for you first timers who are taking advantage of gambling being legal in the state of North Carolina. With opening day today, my Braves aren't playing, Brett's Mets aren't playing, but there'll be something going on. O's about to get underway, so we'll be following that throughout today's show. Here on Pirate Radio Live, Hour 3, Coach Greg Hudson, will join us in the Pirate Radio studios. We'll get his take on some of the new rules in the NFL, his thoughts on that, and a lot more coming up in hour number 3 of today's show. Shirley Rhodes is here, intern Zach is here, intern Brett is here, and Chan is to my left. The Chan man popping the top on this Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Hello, Chandler.
Hey, Clipper. Happy Thursday to you, my man.
HT to you, MM. How we going?
Good. Coming off a first-place win last night at Sports Trivia at AJ's. And if you like sports trivia, you need to join us every Wednesday at 8 o'clock at AJ McMurphy's.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good first-place victory for your team, Zach's team, last night. Picking up a dub as a lot of March Madness and a lot of opening day baseball as well. And I almost told Zach yesterday here that he was not going to like trivia last night, because I tried to, and I still do a fair job of asking questions that a youngster would know. But I thought last night went back a little ways. But you guys impressed me with some of your knowledge. It seems like you have a baseball guy.
We have a baseball guy.
That guy was killing it.
Yeah, we needed him bad last night. And the NBA, you didn't have a ton of NBA questions, but you had a few older basketball questions.
There was some Kenyon Martin in there.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
Some Clyde Drexler.
I was surprised you didn't know who Tom Crean was.
Yeah, I think you should know who that is.
I was very surprised by that.
Does not ring a bell.
No bells.
We
Coach for Marquette when Marquette lost to East Carolina and Minges.
Who was that?
Tom Crean.
Oh, yeah.
The D-Wade question. I remember that.
We need to get Brett out there and see what he knows about sports trivia. Brett rocking the Washington State Cougars hat
sweet.
Today.
Wazoo.
Is there a reason other than it's a cool hat?
Just great logo.
Yeah.
School's got a lot of pride.
Mike Leach.
How so?
Well, they are one of the biggest party schools in America.
Okay, and
that's what you mean by pride.
And Brett's definition of pride is partying.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, let's check in with the chat game real quick. Steve says HTMFs, HT to you, my friend. JB says, hey now, what's doing? What's happening? Chad Pike says, dang, YouTube has added too many steps to log in and like, but I suffered through it to leave a like.
I've never had to log into YouTube.
Yeah, what are you doing, man? But Pike, I appreciate the struggle and you giving us a like. I didn't know it was that difficult.
Is he using a different browser than what he normally uses? Because that can happen.
Pike, can we diagnose this for you?
Yeah, what's going on?
Can we troubleshoot this?
What's going on here, man?
Give us a call on our 800 number. Steve says take Luzardo over 6.5 Ks. I don't know who that is, and neither do you, Steve. So I'm not going to do that. But good luck.
Brett has no run first inning for the Baltimore Angels game here.
Oh, that is an exciting bet.
We've got it pulled up over here. We hope Mike
Hold
Trout
on
doesn't
just
do
a
anything
second.
crazy.
Now, how do y'all got it pulled up?
I cannot
Zach,
say that on air.
Zach has sources within
Has
sources.
that game started?
It's
3:05
coming on right now.
Yeah.
Ah, man. Too late then.
You can probably see if you can do it live.
We'll do it live.
They're playing the opening day montage right now.
And
What irritates me is you can't see this stuff on regular TV.
Yeah, it's always Bally Sports, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It's so
is it
annoying.
like Bally Sports, or you got to have the
what do you call
MLB
it?
network?
Bally Sports?
That's Bally, isn't it? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's Bally
They're
Sports
still
there.
stupid for taking away our baseball and hockey. From all of our TVs.
Yep. And what was I going to say? No, I can't remember.
If Alex was here, we could use his Bally Sports subscription because he has it for Carolina Hurricanes.
I don't know if that gives you access to the O's, though.
Oh, yeah, that may be blocked out here.
Yeah, because Masson usually carries a lot of the O's games, and usually in this area, they're blacked out. Even on the MLB network, they will black out the Orioles games in this region.
Well, Shirley, do you have, the feed anywhere? If we weren't having a show today, we'd be carrying O's baseball. Could you just, pop it up?
That's a good question. Give me one second.
So if they're trying to get the
sorry,
the
I hit
final
the wrong button.
the final out of the inning, we can live it live here. Which y'all are watching it anyway.
Is
I
it
guess,
at,
but-
is it
Hold
at
on,
the
hold on.
Orioles?
Yeah,
Are
it's
they
in
home?
Baltimore.
Well, that's fun.
Here's what I was going to say.
I'm watching the Angels broadcast, though, so that's fun.
Kind
No,
of sad.
I don't think we got it.
But I'm assuming they'll do something for the the bridge collapse as well. They'll probably have a
I would imagine.
moment of silence.
I don't
or
think I'll
something
get
like
to see it, though, since I'm on the Angels broadcast.
that. Yeah. All right, Sean, how you doing over there?
I'm getting first 5 innings. I'm not getting just the first inning. So, and the game has started anyway. So,
all right, fair enough.
But I will put my bet while I'm in DraftKings right now. I will put my bet on the Illini tonight.
Illinois is the play, the Mac McCarthy play of the night. Going with the Illinois Fighting Illini. Eric says for Chandler, first place trivia, dead last bracket. You're not in the mood for Eric shenanigans today?
No, I'm not.
Speaking of Eric is feeling good because he is still alive in our Cucinella's March Madness contest. He has a number 1 seed.
Yes.
So he is feeling good.
He has the Tar Heels?
I don't have it in front of me. I wish you wouldn't have asked.
Man, my bad.
I wish you would have picked up on I didn't have it in front of me. Because, if I did, I would be reading it.
I know. That's my fault.
No, I mean, it's not.
I want to say, just confirm with me, Eric. Who do you have? I think it's the Tar Heels because I'm the one, or the day that I guest hosted for you while you were at football, we pulled Eric's name out of the hat. He was the number 1 seed, and I want to say he was the Tar Heels.
Jamie says, looking for some parlay advice. Can't seem to hit one. Well, Jamie, you've come to the wrong place.
I'm ready to hit another Burns parlay tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah? A little DJ action?
Yeah, that was fun on Saturday.
Chad says, bang, bang, chat gang. Happy opening day. Chad, happy opening day to you. I hope the O's win because, Chandler, did you take advantage of the free baseball bet?
No, I didn't.
Check out your DraftKings there.
Okay.
You should have a free baseball bonus bet.
I love a good bonus bet.
That anybody who is on DraftKings
Opening day bonus bet.
Opt in, baby. Opt into that bad boy.
So what do we got here?
I'm not telling you because the last 10 times I've told you to take something with me, it hasn't worked. So I'm not telling you what I played.
You can hurry up and take the no runs. They're still talking to coaches.
All right. If I can find it.
I don't think he's going to be able to find it.
Yeah, not so knowing Chandler, probably not.
Wow. Did you hear what the intern just said?
Hey, watch your mouth, buddy. What the hell?
It was a good-hearted joke.
No. Watch your mouth, bud.
Pal. Chad says, let's go O's. Good luck to your Oreos. Steve says, if Clip doesn't know the player, no one does. Man, in 1995, I could probably give you the lineup for just about every baseball team. Today, I could not do it with one.
How about first 3 innings, under 1.5 runs, plus 154?
I mean, just find another play. Find your favorite play. If you can't get in on the first inning, then don't worry about this one. Find your own favorite play of the day. And let me know what you got. All right. Tyler said Chan is the Green Lantern of trivia.
Are you really trying to piss me off?
This early in the show? Eric does have Carolina, he confirms. Pike stopped at Russell's Tuesday, bought a new Duckhead hat. He's on his way to the ECU and UNCW game. So he's doing his part to support the sponsors.
Nice.
Good man, Pike. Support all of our fantastic sponsors. Jamie Nadu will provide some advice because we're going to break down every single game, and I know he has a lot of different plays he likes tonight, so stay tuned for that. All right, Todd is on Facebook. Said, great day for basketball. That it is. Shirley, can I get some tunes? Because we will have the Sweet 16 action coming your way tonight right here on Pirate Radio. Zach and Brett, could you guys give me a play of the night before we leave here today? In basketball?
Wait, what?
A play of the night for basketball? Can you give me a play of the night?
A play of the night? Oh, yeah.
For basketball.
For sure. Yeah.
Coming up, 709er on CBS and right here on Pirate Radio. It'll be Clemson and Arizona. Boy, the Tigers have been phenomenal these first two rounds. Blew out New Mexico. Blew out Baylor for a lot of that game. Baylor made a run at the end, but Clemson has been very impressive. They take on the Wildcats of Arizona tonight. 7:39 on TBS True TV. I'm hoping this is one of those games where I am 100% positive on what's going to happen, and that's going to be a UConn blowout, and I hope I'm wrong. And good news is I'm wrong a lot. So hopefully this will be a game tonight, but I see UConn cruising.
I am on the under in the first inning.
We're talking. So you got it.
I got it.
You use your bonus bet?
I can.
Well, not if you've already placed your bet. You can't.
Oh, no.
Sometimes I wonder about you.
What if I didn't want to use it on that?
And just how you make it through life.
I'm here.
You're here. You're dressed. Your pants are on the right way.
Thank God.
You ever put your pants on backwards?
I'm just glad I have my pants on, unlike in some dreams where I don't have pants on at all.
Coming up tonight, after Clemson, Arizona, will be Alabama and UNC, the biggest total of the night in the 170s. So they're expecting a shootout in that one. And the Mac McCarthy game of the night, Illinois and Iowa State. We are on the Illini. You guys have your game ready already? All right, Brett does. Zach, do you? Brett?
I'm taking the late MLB game.
Speak up.
Speak up, buddy.
I want the Mariners -1.5.
Manas.
The Manas?
Mariners -1.5 at 10-10.
Half.
All right, going with some late night baseball. The Seattle Mariners. Who they got?
Red Sox.
And Shirley.
Castillo on the mound.
They're supposed to stink this year, right?
Yeah. They're not
Confirmed.
Not a good ball club anymore.
All right, Zach, we'll get your play of the night coming up later on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Pike enjoyed the tickets for the ECU and UNCW game that he won from Pirate Radio and Toby Williams. Boy, Pike's getting all the sponsors in today. Well done. What are you doing over there, Buckethead?
All right, I'm looking at. I hit this the other day. Harrison Ingram over 1.5 threes.
Mm-hmm.
I hit that the other day. It was plus money. Today it's actually minus money. Minus 120 over 1.5 for Harrison Ingram to hit 2 threes. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that line.
If you don't like it, don't do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Good. Chad thought Closet K was a professional bettor, but this is proving me wrong.
How did I prove him wrong?
How'd you prove him wrong, Chad? I don't know. Everybody's going after you today.
I don't understand. What did I do?
I think it's time for you to fight back.
I mean,
you know how I yell at these people sometimes? It makes me feel good. I want to yell at the people.
I mean, what did I do? What did I do to prove you wrong that I'm a bad bettor? I don't understand. What have you done that makes you a good bettor? Prove that to me.
Does that make you feel good? Just shouting at people. The best part is,
how about you stay in your
Ooh. The best part is they can shout back, but we'll never hear them.
Yeah.
What's
that? Speak up. Speak up. I can't hear you. Jesus, man.
What else is going on in the world of sports? Any more portal entries for ECU? You can cut the music, Charlie.
Portal news.
I got a call from a guy today like, is this real? Are all these guys really leaving?
This is real life.
It is real.
6 Pirates in the portal.
Brandon Johnson, Bobby P., Jaden Walker, Ben Biela, Quentin DeBunje, Caleb LeCount. 6.
Who is next is the question.
And we do have to remember Felton is not a guaranteed comeback.
Thanks for reminding us.
And I don't know the deal with Cam Hayes.
Mike Schwartz said on senior day, don't look too far into it.
He said the same thing about Brandon Johnson.
Well, yeah, but that was about him coming back to play more basketball.
Right.
And he's coming back to play more basketball, just not for us.
Yeah.
So Cam could also be coming back. Cam's playing basketball, but...
Can he be transferring?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Can he transfer?
Yeah. There's no limits now. Not Chase. What's his name? Burns strikes out the first. Rendon. Who?
I know somebody I could call. Should I call him?
Who? Ooh. Awkward. Sure, do it. Do it.
Nah.
Do it! That might get us and him in trouble.
I can't get in any more trouble, man. I got to keep my nose clean.
Don't get fired from here, please.
I got to stay out of trouble. I need at least a month of trouble-free life living. Job living.
How you doing with that?
Fine. I just stop myself from getting in trouble.
I really want you to call him.
Yeah, if anybody's got any insight on what Cam Hayes is going to do, let me know. Tyler H. said it's a shame that we aren't a serious program. It's too soon.
Mark with a great phrase. Portal combat.
I believe that's a John Rothstein.
Finish him.
Portal combat.
Transfer him.
Jamie says, what if fans could enter the portal, decide I can't cheer for a team anymore? Is there a school that wants to recruit me as a new fan? Fans enter the portal every game. Have you listened to the fifth quarter? I'm done with this team. They stink. I'm done with Mike. If they don't fire Mike Houston,
I'm done.
I'm out of here. Fans enter the portal every game. And then they jump right back in.
They do the Grandpa Simpson.
Yep. They walk in, they put their hat on the rack, turn around, put the hat back on, walk right out. Tonight, I am portaling to the Illini, the Fighting Illini.
Yes, sir.
Of Illinois. Terrence Shannon. Know the name. Dude is a baller. Tyler said, you calling name redacted? I didn't call anybody, Tyler. Did you see my phone ring? Did you see my phone dial anything? I didn't call anybody. Nobody's calling anybody. Jamie says, not true fans. What is a true fan? What makes a true fan?
A fan that is there through the thick and thin, that stays at ball games even when it's not going your way.
I'm not a true fan. I'm quick to duck out of a game that I know there's no chance of coming back.
Your dad's the same way.
But he is a leave early guy even when he believes they can win.
Yeah.
Like he's not leaving because he's like pissed
Pirates
off.
up by 12 with 2 minutes to go. I'll see you later.
But even like you've seen him, he's left with a tie game with 2 minutes left.
He has done that.
Yeah.
It's kind of irked me.
It's
a little bit. I'm like, how could you?
We have amazing news over here.
Hold on.
Not amazing for Brett.
Oh, no.
2 outs. Mike Trout said, screw that. Gone.
Just went yard.
Gone.
No. Chandler.
Oh, sorry, Chan.
You are.
Wait, so you took the over?
I didn't take nothing. Mike Trout hit it out the park. That was fun.
Oh, man. All right.
I do have the O's in this game.
And then Burns was cooking. Like, he was pitching great. And then the first pitch in the zone for Trout is out of here.
Goodbye.
0 for 1.
In your baseball season?
In my MLB season so far.
Hey, but look on the bright side. You still got that free bet.
That's true. That is true. I told you I didn't want to take it.
Jamie says, I'd say Clip is a true fan. Still follows the Commanders. That's a true fan. Yeah, I just can't. I can't run with a new team in anything.
The only way I run with a new team is if that team moves. So professional sports, because East Carolina's not going anywhere. But if the Carolina Panthers were to move, go somewhere else, I'm hitting the portal. And I already kind of know my destination.
Nashville, Tennessee. I know that we need to take a break. And I know that this clock on my computer is way off.
Good gracious.
Let's take a break.
If that's the real time, then we need to take a break pronto.
Zach Kaplan will join us on the show. We'll talk some basketball.
We need to take a break.
And more. When we return, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Angels 1, Orioles 0 after a Mike Trout ding dong. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday after this.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Southern Ease has arrived, Pirate Nation. Whether you savor the bourbon flavor or indulge in other delightful options, Southern Ease gummies are here to elevate your moments. And here's the best part. You can enjoy them with an exclusive discount. Head over to southernease.com now and use the code PIRATE at checkout for a fantastic 25% off your first order. At Southern Ease, you can be living life to your fullest, one sweet moment at a time. southernease.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers. North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
The wait is over. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of NASCAR, is now live in North Carolina. Now you can legally bet on all your favorite sports anytime, anywhere, right here in North Carolina with DraftKings. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with the promo code PIRATE and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. DraftKings has the best features, including same-game parlays, player props, and more, with fast and easy payouts right at your fingertips. Get ready for the NCAA tournament with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app app now using the code PIRATE and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code PIRATE. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC. NASCAR is not a sponsor of this promotion and used under license.
It's bow time. Chicken or biscuits? That's an impossible choice. How can you decide between Bojangles' perfectly crispy, boldly seasoned chicken or their fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits? Well, the good news is you don't have to. With a Cajun chicken filet biscuit, you get the best of both worlds. An all-white meat chicken breast marinated with a bold blend of seasonings and served up on a fluffy, golden buttermilk biscuit. When it comes to real-deal Southern flavor, there's no reason you can't have it all. Order a Cajun chicken filet biscuit today. It's bow time.
Pirate Radio. Remember to always be yourself, unless you can be a pirate.
It's a pirate's life for me, savvy.
Always be a pirate. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Mike Trout hits a home run in the top of the first. The Orioles have answered by loading the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. So we'll keep an eye on that on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Buck.
I
was going to say full slate of Major League Baseball, but that would not be accurate because there are some postponements, including my Braves and the Phillies. Brett's Mets will not be playing today against the Brewers. That has been rained out as well. Intern Brett does have a play on the Mariners, and they take on Zach Kaplan's Red Sox tonight. Zach joins us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Hello, Zach Kaplan.
Hello, Clip Rock.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Going to be a beatdown in the Pacific Northwest tonight. They might actually, of all the games in this opening series, they might actually have a chance tonight with Bayo going, but they're gonna really suck this year.
Scott Bayo?
Brian Bayo. Not to be confused with Brian Bailey or Brian North or many of the
Brian Meador.
Many of the Bryans that we have here in the Greenville, New Bern area.
Speaking of Zach, a different Zach, Chad said, I saw on Snapchat, Zach was having fun with flags at trivia last night.
Yeah, I saw this when I showed up. You were with a lady sitting at a table with your massive laptop.
Yeah.
That's basically like
Steve
a TV.
He was grilling me on them.
On his world flags.
Yeah. And
dude is a legend.
Joined in, and they were both quizzing me.
Such a flex to bring your laptop to trivia and be like, all right, let me show you this.
Well, they kept trying to stump me, and they couldn't. So I was like, here, I'll just show you what I can do. And I named 193 of the 197 there was.
You're trying to go human Sporkle on them or something?
I pulled up Sporkle, and I did 193.
Out of how many? 210?
197 was on there. There's more that I know, more than the 190, whatever that was on there.
You got Micronesia, all the different islands down.
Yeah,
you got
all the British territories. I know all those.
The Falklands, the Marshall Islands, the
Turks and Caicos, BVI. Yeah.
Mariana Trench got a flag yet?
Northern Mariana Islands.
All right, I hate to break this up. All right, we need to move on. Tyler said, I'd move teams if MLB brought a team to North Carolina. I don't think I could do that.
You couldn't if Raleigh got a team?
I didn't do it with football. Why would I do it with baseball?
It's no different if it's Charlotte versus Raleigh getting a team where it's that much closer.
I would consider it. Because I've got my championship with the Nationals.
If they were in the American League, I could root for them maybe a little bit. But what if you put them in the NL East and I'm going to pull for this team over the Braves? I can't do that. No.
What if it's out of the NL East?
Like I said, if it's AL East, then maybe I could give them a shot.
I think if they go to 32 teams, they're realigning anyway. I think they would. I'd like to
the
think
NFL route.
Yeah, east, west, north, south. Wouldn't have a central. You can say goodbye to that. The NFL used to have central divisions. Don't anymore.
You would at least get a hat, depending on if the hat looked good.
I'd get a hat. Tampa Bay used to be in the NFC Central.
Which just
the Panthers used to be in the NFC West.
With the Falcons.
Crazy.
Crazy, man.
That is insane.
That's such a travel disadvantage.
They started, NFL was ahead of the curve on the realignment thing.
Yeah.
Where geography doesn't matter. Tyler said, a different Tyler. We got multiple Tylers going on. True fans don't carelessly throw around the word unserious about sports programs. It's just unacceptable. Boy, using some of my favorite phrases there. It is. And you know what? It was unacceptable. ECU did not accept it and got rid of me. That's what unacceptable means. If it's used in that context, I agree with it.
We cannot accept this man talking trash about our program.
That's right.
We have to do something about it.
And they did.
You don't even have to get out the Merriam-Webster for that.
What a beautiful lady she was. You ever seen Merriam-Webster?
Can't say I have.
Oh, man.
I've seen the dictionary, but I haven't seen...
Check out the getaway sticks on that one, boys.
I had a middle school teacher named Miriam.
Yeah?
Miss Crumpler.
Crump?
Miss Crump.
All right.
Saw her over the weekend.
Zach, how in the H was Charlotte?
It was awesome. Great trip. Great 4 days just being over there and getting to cover March Madness. A lot of folks here are... See, I feel like there are a lot of sneaky Tar Heel basketball fans over here. I think Chandler and I were talking about this last night. So I certainly enjoyed it. Hopefully people enjoyed myself and Ken Watlington, our coverage. And it was just cool being over there. I think Charlotte's a great city and a great time. And we were lucky to be uptown and just enjoy it. And Tar Heel's still dancing. So we'll see how tonight goes.
The initial question was, like, how many crossover is there with Pirates and Wolfpack? And then I quickly said, well, that's not a good question because I think there's more crossover with Pirates and Tar Heels here in Eastern North Carolina.
Where you get the Pirate football but Tar Heel basketball fans, do you think?
Yeah, it's gross.
I would say you guys must hate it.
It's fine. I mean, that
crossover specifically.
I understand it because I grew up a North Carolina fan. So, like, I get it. But once I went to school here, I kind of grew out of it. But to each his own. Real quick baseball note from Josh O'Neill on Facebook says Alec Burleson gets the nod over Matt Carpenter for his first opening day starting spot.
Burley.
Congrats to Burley Man.
And shout out to Josh O'Neill.
Shout out to you, Josh O'Neill. I asked Ken yesterday his takeaways from the basketball he saw in Charlotte. So outside of North Carolina, what stood out to you? What teams, players, fan bases, anything?
Tennessee definitely had the most fans outside of UNC. It makes sense. They're 2 seed, shortest drive. Texas fans, I was disappointed. I thought we would see a lot more of them. Did not. I think they've kind of given up on them. The women were also hosting last weekend in Austin, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Okay.
But I was disappointed by the lack of Longhorn fans. I thought I'd see more of them.
I was going to ask you, did you see fellow Penn State grad Tyler Feldman in Charlotte? But I guess he was back home covering the women's basketball.
He was camped out at the Moody Center in Austin. No, he was not there. Don't believe they had anybody. I only saw a couple Austin TV people, I want to say, period. Tennessee, they had quite a few. Some buddies of mine, and one I know, my predecessor, Garrett Short, was there from Nashville. And folks may have remembered him from his time at Channel 9. And then some folks from Knoxville, Nashville, Chattanooga were all there, friends of mine that I know. So no Feldman, not there.
Zach Kaplan joining us. Question, Zach, do you have an MLB TV account?
I don't.
Okay.
Sorry, I hate to disappoint you. I'd let you sign on.
Well, I've got it. I was just curious, like, if maybe your address said you were still in
Massachusetts or Montana
or somewhere, and maybe
wherever.
we could get this Orioles game. But the Orioles are unavailable to watch here in Eastern North Carolina.
What was Montana like? What was Montana like?
This time of year, it's awful. Unless you love skiing. If you love skiing, this is the perfect time of year. They get the Mariners and the Rockies blacked out in Montana.
No, you're not missing
most
much.
people.
Just to recap Brett's genius opening day bit. He had no runs scored in the first inning. The teams combined for 3 runs.
For those new to betting, the lingo...
just missed it, man. You were that close.
They call it a nerfy. No run first inning.
I like that.
A nerfy and a yerfy. Yes, run first inning.
I like that.
So for those new to betting, that's your lingo.
So if Brett went yerfy rather than nerfy...
he would be in the money right now.
Pretty right now.
Oh, yes, he would.
All right, Brett. You can't just sit back. You got to make another play. What are you getting? What are you playing catch up?
Get back
with?
up on that horse. That's what they say in Montana. There you go, Chandler.
I've been looking at the spreadsheet. We got a couple games starting.
Wait. What spreadsheet?
Hey, speak up.
Well,
you got a spreadsheet?
I got all the MLB games written out with the different bets that are with each game.
You do this on your own?
No, it's all on ESPN.
Oh, I see.
Everything.
10-4.
So I do like a Yerfy in the Detroit Tigers White Sox game.
God, that game is so gross.
Did you say
a bad game?
Yerfy?
Yes.
Okay.
They will score in the first. We bump it down to the Twins Royals. I'm taking the Yerfy again. They score
again.
I feel like he's
the
chasing
Yerfy again.
He's chasing Yerfys after a nerfy.
He's a big Yerfy guy now.
You got Tarek Skubal and Garrett Crochet. There's your opening day pitching matchup in that probably disgusting weather at Guaranteed Rate Field. But
Zach, do what you were trying to do again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that pop up.
And then we got Yankees Astros. No run first.
Ooh, okay.
Both sides get shut down. We got.
What is the number on that? Is that plus money?
No, that one's like minus 150.
Okay. Ooh. All right. Well, good luck with your nerfies and yerfies.
Already 0 for 1 on MLB. It's either going to be a really bad year, or maybe we could turn this around later, in the day.
Plenty of time, plenty of games. So 162 games times 30 teams. How many games is that? Somebody do some math.
Let's get the quick calculator out here. 162 x 30 is 4,860.
Right. So that's how many chances you have to win. I like your chances.
At the start of the season, I'm not liking my chances.
You got Nestor Cortez and Framber Valdez in that one at Minute Maid.
Dude, if this works, this is going to be really cool.
No Garrett Cole. They're not going to have him for a little bit.
Apparently, he's in a little
What do we got going on here?
Won't need Tommy
Nothing.
John or anything.
Nothing. Don't talk about it.
I mean, I'm a big anti-Yankees guy. For those who don't know, I'm a Red Sox fan. So, I mean, no bad news for the Yankees is ever bad news to me. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how they fare. They're made of glass, though.
Who wins the AL East this year?
Baltimore Orioles.
I agree with that.
Back to back.
I think it goes Orioles, Rays, Toronto, Yankees.
Wow.
And then about a 20-game gap, and then the 2024 Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
They stink.
How far away are y'all from being good? Like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all in a rebuild? Or
how long does it take to drive here to Boston? Probably about 12, 13 hours.
Never made that trek.
I'd say whatever the metaphorical way of building a roster is in baseball terms is how long they are from being away from being good.
Let's.
They're bad, man, and they need these prospects.
I get it. They're bad. They stink.
They suck.
They suck. Had a David Ortiz question for you last night.
Yeah, you did. And I ran right up there within like 5 seconds. Yeah. I'm like, I know exactly who this is.
Big puppy.
What was it? Who wore 27 with the Twins from 97-02 and then 34 later?
I think that was the question. Number 27s for the 27th of March. And he was number 27 on the Twins before wearing the 34 with Boston. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll run over the college basketball games tonight and talk more with Zach Kaplan, WNCT Channel 9, when we return after these words from our sponsors and the Talking Heads.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack.
Hey everybody, this is Aaron Williams, and it's March. And here at New Blue Service Group, we are starting to think about Easter, and what a blessing it was that Jesus Christ rose from the dead on the third day. Speaking of rising, we would love to bless a family during this season with rising the temperature of the water in their home. If you or anyone you know is in need of a new water heater, we have teamed up with Hughes Plumbing Supply in Winterville to donate a water heater to someone in need. No cost out of your pocket. Contact me directly at 252-717-6888. God bless and go Pirates.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to guc.com.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
I'm back, and so glad to be back in the town that I love, but also glad to be back with the best chiropractor anywhere. Worth Chiropractic was my choice before I left Greenville, and my travels have not changed my mind. No one offers the care or service like Worth Chiropractic. Neck pain, back pain, and of course, sports-related injuries, they will get you back to being you, naturally and safely. Worth Chiropractic, 2 convenient locations on Arlington Boulevard. Free consultations, and they'll work with your lawyer and file your insurance. Call 1-800-BACK-DOC today.
Here with Tracy Ayers from ENC Pirate Realty, and you have some exciting news about your new partnership with Allen Tate Realtors.
Yes, we're very excited about our partnership with Allen Tate. Real estate is a people-centric industry. We chose to partner with Allen Tate due to its stellar reputation throughout North and South Carolina and its broader partnership with Howard Hanna. Please visit us on Fire Tower Road in Greenville or online at encpiraterealty.com. Remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Welcome to Russell's Spring Style. Our screen door shouts welcome to a beautiful selection of new apparel for men and women. The spring colors are fresh and beautiful, just in time for Easter. Men, the store is full of new sports coats and in-house alterations assure a great fit. Ladies, it's Russell's for the best selection of dresses, whether long or short. Rhonda and her team work hard to make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination. It's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hast du etwas Zeit von mir? Ich singe ein Lied für dich von 99.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, Zach Brett, Sean, Zach Kaplan. Joining us here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Zach, the Big Ten has not won a basketball championship since Tom Izzo and his Michigan State Spartans in
the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Max Claypool's Fighting Illini almost did it.
Came pretty darn close. Yep. We've had a couple. Michigan 2013 came close, almost beat Louisville, and I think I'm missing one.
Didn't Michigan get beat really bad by Virginia in a championship game in the last 5 years?
Believe
19 was that Michigan that they played? I thought it was Texas Tech in the championship game.
It was the Final Four that they beat them.
Yeah, and then 18 they got there as well. And I want to say that the last Big Ten team to get to a Final Four was 18 Michigan with Wagner and those guys, Jordan Poole.
So, is this the year the Big Ten cut down the nets again with Purdue?
If they win the regional, technically you got to cut them down there. But no, as far as cutting them down in Phoenix, no. It will not be a Big Ten team. It will not be Purdue or Illinois.
Would y'all cut down the nets if your team won a regional, or would you be like, we don't want those?
I thought that was a thing.
It is, but
okay.
Some hardos like to be like, nah, we don't want that.
We want to do it when we win the national championship.
I think it's a little different when you're a Purdue that has not been to a Final Four in a very long time versus a Carolina who would be going to their second in 3 years.
Yeah, especially with Purdue and their atrocious losses in the tournament.
I mean, last year in particular, and those fans
they've got a history of
ever. Yeah, and they got the North Texas game from 3 years ago. Obviously, last year, I mean, just in the 2020s, they have two awful losses.
Let me read it down again real quick because it's pretty bad, pretty phenomenal. So they lost to a 16 last year, Fairleigh Dickinson. The year before, they lost to a 15, St. Peter's. They lost to a 1, they lost to a 3, they lost to a 1. 2016, they lost to a 12. Before that, they lost to an 8. I mean, they've just about got every number out of the 16 right now. So
they got bingo.
I think I saw they lost to North Texas too in 21.
Yeah, they did with no fans.
Oh, I left out a 13. So yeah, 16, 15, 13. And throw a 12 in there as well. All we're missing is a 14.
Beware if they're a 3 seed next year.
Yeah. Take the 14. So who is the favorite right now? Because like Purdue, UConn.
Betting favorite is UConn. Are you asking me who I think?
Who's Zach's favorite?
I mean, here's the thing, right? A lot of things are lining up with 2015. We have 3 teams that have dominated the sport all year: UConn, Houston, and Purdue. Record-wise, they've dominated their conferences and they've dominated pretty much everyone they've played. It's also the first time since 2015 all 3 triangle teams have gotten this far with State, Duke, and Carolina.
The first time since when?
2015.
Okay.
I think we're going to get a pretty chalky weekend here, and I think it's going to set up for a fantastic Final Four.
There was a
hopefully, so I'm hoping,
a really juicy line that I saw for, the things the sports book offers. I try not to take those.
The boosts?
They want you to take them.
Yeah.
But it was all 4 teams make the Final Four, and it was like plus 1,600 or something. And I was like, well, yeah, you're 2 wins away for each. That's a pretty juicy number. So I went there. I kind of expected to hit, right? Like, who's taking out North Carolina? Will it be Alabama, or will it be Clemson, Arizona? Or will it be nobody?
I think they beat Bama tonight unless they shoot a ridiculous % from 3. I think that's the only... They can't beat them defensively, and, they're not going to get stops on them. The only way they can beat them is by hitting threes, and I'm going to say they don't do that.
It's hard to see anybody taking out UConn before the Final Four.
Those are going to be 2 home games this weekend at in my hometown.
Could Gonzaga, Creighton, or Tennessee get Purdue?
Yeah, but I'm going to say they won't.
And then my champion, I feel like, is almost most vulnerable, along with North Carolina. I could see Duke beating Houston tomorrow night. I could see Marquette.
Jared McCain hitting 8 threes again.
Right. I mean, if so, yeah. But I do have Houston winning it all. But yeah, I like these 1 seeds, and again, the lack of, which we saw some great games. We saw a few upsets, but the lack of major upsets has made for tremendous matchups here.
Yeah, and that's the hope. Is I think we can get a really good second weekend because of that. And it's no offense to the St. Peter's Peacocks of the world, or North Texas, or some of these sleepers we've had the last few years. But to have these teams all still alive makes these matchups even more exciting, and hopefully can be like 2015, 2019, where we got some of those epic matchups later in the tournament because those sleepers are gone. You don't get these Sweet 16 blowouts, I hope, and we can get some great games here the next few days.
We got opening day of Major League Baseball. We've got the Sweet 16, Elite 8 coming up. And you know what Kenny's excited about?
What's that?
He said only 2 days before we get some pro football. 2 Pirate greats, Holt Nailers and Skip Holtz.
That is this weekend.
Are you you gonna be watching the UFL, Zach?
I'll definitely be recording it. We'll have to
get some highlights.
We'll have to show some highlights over on Channel 9 and see what happens there.
O's are clicking again here in the bottom of the second inning.
Was that you signaling a fair ball?
Yes, for the second straight inning, runners on the corners and nobody out. So, actually, that was a double. So Baltimore trying to add more runs as they are up 2-1 early. Anthony Rendon.
Get there, Tony.
Who doesn't like baseball.
Hates baseball.
Yeah,
he won his world championship and said, you know what, baseball, I've reached baseball's highest peak.
Yeah, he's not diving for that.
Most guys would die to get a ring. Just one. He got his and decided he's good after the big contract Artie Moreno gave him out west.
He's out of there.
So upset I didn't get Trey Turner last night in trivia.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Yeah. I got news for you and any American League Baseball fan. The Orioles, who have already put up 2 runs and already have runners on the corners, they're going to do this to everybody all year. They're going to absolutely
mash.
They're going to rake,
mash.
Whatever adjective you want to throw, their offense is going to be lethal. If they didn't move that fence further back at Camden Yards, I think before last season, they would hit even more home runs. It's almost sad that they did it right before all these guys came up.
Got to be really satisfying to O's fans to sit through all those down years to come out on the other side here with a really, really good roster. Our roster so good, you've got Holiday and Norby sitting in the AAA right now.
Yeah, they can't even crack it, which is crazy. And the other thing is that the Angelos family is officially sold now. It's been ratified by MLB. So you have an ownership for the first time in, since you were a kid, Clip, that is actually going to invest, actually put a good product on the field, because I'm sure, they were good when you were growing up. And then, Angelos bought the team. They fired John Miller. They haven't been good, save for 2 years since '93, and they're gonna have a window here for quite a while of being good to very good every year.
They are in that window. My Braves are in that window. The Nationals
are out of that window.
They're in a building with no windows.
They're looking at the window, saying, "I want to be in that window."
That's why they call it window pane.
Window pane
is what the Nationals are saying right now.
Red Sox are right there too.
Opening day win today. I'm calling it.
Who they got?
Cincinnati.
Who's on the mountain? Who's their opening day starter?
Gray.
Oh my God, he's your opening day starter.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for Monday for the home opener for Whiteville, North Carolina native Mackenzie Gore. Who will be on the bump, and East Carolina commit.
Baltimore pouring it on here early. It is 4-1 in the second inning as they play at Camden Yards, and the orange towels are out and waving in
and it looks cold there.
Charm City.
Imagine when their bats heat up. It looks cold there.
A lot of coats, a lot of long sleeves from the players.
Camden Yards is a top 5 environment.
Now, I like Camden Yards. I've been there, but for you to say that would mean you've been to every major league ballpark.
Okay, I guess. Okay, I've been to one. It's not even my teams. That's the funny part.
What's your one?
Anaheim. I went to the Angel Stadium.
Also, not even like a good one.
No, I watched Ohtani hit a home run. That was cool. All
right,
I'll tell you what, Atlanta was pretty electric when I went last summer.
Also and to say, you said environment.
The Big A is the only one you've been to.
Like when they have a good base there.
Yeah, like playoffs are great.
A playoff crowd,
but
yeah.
I think everybody's good in the playoffs.
Well, I think they stand out. Them and the Phillies, especially.
There's nothing like it.
I hate to say it.
No, really you're right. That place is a nightmare,
especially when it comes to the Braves.
There's nothing like a good baseball environment in the playoffs for MLB.
Yeah. It's electric.
I can't think of anything like it.
You can't?
Nope.
I got a question for Zach with no H. How much money do you think Ohtani had on the other team that day?
It was the Mariners. So I think it was a pretty crap matchup anyways. So
I'm sorry, his interpreter.
Oh yeah. Not much that day considering the opponent. They still lost though. No, he had a lot on the Mariners.
I bet he had a couple hundred.
It was
I
7-4.
heard something. Did y'all hear about a basketball player being investigated?
Yes.
Syracuse.
No, it's an NBA guy. Jonte, and his last name's escaping me.
Sherrod. Jonte Porter.
Thank you.
Jonte
That was going to bother me. Not Jonte Sherrod.
So
a couple prop bets. Some.
He's under investigation. Oh yeah, it's Michael Porter's brother.
Yep.
He's under investigation by the NBA due to multiple instances of betting irregularities. So let me find the details.
It's not great.
Ahead of a January 26th game against the Clippers, Porter's over-under prop bets totals were set at 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 0.5 three-pointers. In all the previous games in which he played, he's got his averages, yada, yada, so they're right there with the averages. In this particular game, Porter played 4 minutes before exiting due to what the Raptors called a re-aggravation of an eye injury suffered in a previous game. His final stat line, 0 points, 0 three-pointers, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. So, okay, he had a bad game. He took himself out. But the next day, according to ESPN, DraftKings Sportsbook reported that the under total on Porter's three-pointers was the biggest money winner among all NBA player props from that night.
I thought they disallowed or cut off the ones if they take themselves out for injury.
But he recorded official stats and he met the minimum.
There was somebody 2 nights ago though. They said we're taking off blah 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 because they didn't play enough minutes or whatever. I don't know where I saw that.
But he registered official stats and he probably read up on the house rules and played enough minutes.
Or got somebody to play it anyway. But then also there was another game where his props were set. Porter played 3 minutes, recorded 0 points, 2 rebounds, left with what the Raptors called an illness. Again, the next day, DraftKings reported that Porter props were the number one moneymaker that night from the NBA.
Way to make it obvious. Wow.
So I'll just say this, right? Because I've seen the point brought up on Twitter or X a lot where oh my God, legalized betting, what have we done? Blah, blah, blah. Do people think this wasn't going on before? I think the difference now is it's being reported on because it's regulated. We can go to DraftKings, and it's not just Joe Schmo on Katanchi Street that I'm placing the books with on the corner. That's what's on the corner, Cotanch Street.
Yeah, there you go.
Forgive me.
Katanchi.
So it's
no, you're right.
I think this stuff was going on before. It's just now we're hearing about it.
Now you're able to police it if you want to look at it that way.
So I would argue that legalized betting is actually better for enforcing that stuff and rooting it out of sports, making examples of these guys, of your Temple basketball teams, of your Jonte Porters now, getting this out of the way, hopefully before it gets to Ohtani level stages in the future, and we can kind of know about this and regulate around it.
So worst case scenario for this guy, there was something improper going on, and he probably gets banned from the league. Best case scenario for him, which is not a good case, is he just sucks and nobody believes in him, so everybody takes his unders all the time. And he's like, man, not only did I not do this just proves that people think I'm trash.
People do not believe in me.
Because I take myself out of games because my eye hurts and I have a tummy issue. So I will follow this story. Jonte Porter.
I'm sure it's not going away. That, Ohtani, Temple basketball, we will probably hear about all of them at some point.
Isn't the NBA the one considering taking away prop bets?
That was an NCAA guy that said that.
Was it?
Because I believe Baker. I heard Armando Bacot said he was getting threats or something about player props. But
I think for the NCAA that'd be smart, honestly.
That's just an example of people being in America being stupid.
Update on the Bucs scoreboard. Anthony Santander with a sac fly to center field that scores a man from third, 5-1 Baltimore.
We do we have Orioles baseball on Pirate Radio, so Shirley makes promos, and I swear every promo is a highlight of Anthony Santander. You would think he was Ken Griffey Jr. in 1993, but he did have a really good year last year. I guess he is.
I would hope so. He was on every promo for the Baltimore Orioles.
Every highlight.
He has murdered the Red Sox since the day he entered the majors, so I'm not surprised. Him and Matt Castle. Oh man, he murders
Matt Castle
every time. Ryan Mountcastle.
Mountcastle. Okay.
You can hear Anthony Santander's name on Pirate Radio, the home of Baltimore Orioles baseball.
I was up 5-1 in the second inning over the poor Angels, and I feel bad for my guy Ron Washington.
Are your shows going to get preempted for World Series games in October?
That is not how it works, unfortunately.
Yeah, it goes to national by then.
Zach,
I forgot that Ron Washington was the new skipper for the Angels, and the third base coach is Eric Young.
EY. Love EY. Zach, we're out of time.
It's been a pleasure, fellas.
Enjoyed it, man. We'll do it again soon. Ray is in the house on YouTube, says, what's up? What's up, Ray?
Happy late birthday, by the way, Zach.
Thank you.
Last week, right?
Yep, it was a fun one. Lost my health insurance, so not actually fun.
How old of a lady are you?
26.
26 years of age.
So, there you go.
I'll be 26 in September, so I'm right behind you.
I'll give you all the advice on getting health insurance you need.
Let's take a break. When we return, Caiden Norman said to join us. We'll also hear from the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, in hour number 2. We got an Angels error. Ron Washington's not going to be happy about that one. That's
it's getting ugly.
Campbell dude.
Yes, Zach Nato.
Neto?
Zach Neto?
Zach Nato.
Zach Neto.
You're saying NATO. It's Neto. It's either Neto or Neto.
Not to be confused with the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Zach Neto.
I think it's Neto. There you go.
He has a high leg kick.
We'll take a break. Come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Luftballons und dass sowas von sowas kommt.
Country music artist and comedian Rodney Carrington is coming May 4th to Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets for Rodney Carrington on May 4th at WeldonMillsTheater.com.
The brunch is back. The famous brunch buffet at Fifth Street Hardware has a variety of breakfast and lunch items from 10:30 to 2, including an omelet station and prime rib, and a special Sunday cocktail menu, including mimosa flights. Don't forget, Fifth Street Hardware has lunch specials every day, along with over 40 beers on tap. Trivia Wednesday, live music every Thursday night, and a late night menu through the weekend. Visit FifthStreetHardware.com or give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram for a weekly lineup and more. Go Pirates!
Home runs and high fives always go better with a Bud Light. Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Whether you're headed to the ballpark, the jungle, or the couch, be sure to pick up and order some Bud Light and enjoy the ball game. Bud Light is always easy to drink and easy to enjoy. And remember, Pirate Nation, stay in the game and please drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
You want a sub freshly sliced to order? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want the perfect radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a lone ninja warrior. By night I glide unseen across the rooftops, watching my enemies from the shadows. By day I go to Jersey Mike's, watching someone freshly slice my sub. My blade is called Shadow. His blade is a Berserba brand meat slicer. Clearly, I have much to learn about this land. Freshly sliced just for you. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by and try one of our amazing empanadas, our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Do you know what today is? It's the 555 cheesesteak special day at Huckleburger. Bring the family to Huckleburger all day for one of the best delicious cheesesteaks at an unbelievable price. Just $5.55. The Huckleburger cheesesteak special is good for dine-in or takeout in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington. Huckleburger, the fastest full-service restaurant in town. Huckleburger, delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you know that there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that love ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. If you know of a family that needs tickets to a game, call Robbie's Clubhouse at 252-916-9117. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Last live show of the week, but we'll be in here tomorrow talking to East Carolina quarterback Caiden Hauser. We'll pop that up live on Facebook Live and YouTube at 1:30, and you can chime in with questions if you like for the Pirate Signal Caller ahead of this weekend's activities with spring football. All right, Caden Norman going to join us later on this hour. Coach Hud, Greg Hudson in hour number 3. We got our Fleet Feet rundown and more, but right now we'll talk more about tonight's basketball action with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, as we get ready for the Sweet 16. He joins us here on Pirate Radio Live. Big man, how you doing today?
Good. How are you, Clip?
Hey, doing great. Looking forward to some hoops tonight, and you can hear the games right here on Pirate Radio if you are out and about. Coming up tonight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and of course, we are your radio home around these parts for the Final Four and National Championship. Jeff, let's kind of go in chronological order, and we'll talk about the games and what these teams have done up to this point. Starting 7:09 on CBS, Clemson and Arizona. Man, I've been on the wrong side of Clemson a couple of times here in this tournament already, and their formula is get up early, get up big at halftime, and hang on. They cruised over New Mexico. Baylor kind of made it interesting, but very impressed with Clemson so far. And Arizona has not had much issue, I guess, in the second halves of these tournaments. Been some tighter ones in the first halves, but Arizona and Clemson go at it tonight with Zona the favorite, total in the 150s, 152. Thoughts on these teams? Thoughts on this matchup tonight, Jeff?
Yeah, I didn't see 7.5 points difference between these two. I put the number more at like 4.5, 5. I think Clemson's surely a live dog here. You look at how good they played defensively. You've kind of talked about that. They played two really good guard-oriented teams in Baylor, New Mexico, and shut them down to 56-64. Very impressive. Look, they're going to have a good game plan, I'd have to think, for Caleb Love. And I think if you're, Clemson, you try to get someone else in that team to beat you. They're not as, I think, deep. Arizona, as we remember them being last year. Jaden Bradley's going to have to step up somebody else. But to me, Clemson getting all these points, I think P.J. Hall could be a problem matchup for Bello on the block. Getting him out on the perimeter is helpful. this is a great team from the line. They rebound well. They don't turn it over. Again, I had this at like 4.5, 5. I thought 7 was a bit high.
Much lower total in the 7:39 tip-off on TBS and True TV with San Diego State and UConn, and a much higher spread as well, as UConn a double-digit favorite against San Diego State. Jeff, do you see any way that the Aztecs can keep this one close, or are you like UConn here?
I think I could see a path for them keeping it close. I thought, it's up to 12 now. I mean, everyone and their mother's on UConn. We've kind of penciled them into the Final Four. San Diego State, you're giving Brian Dutcher a lot of time to prepare here. He's a great game prep guy. I feel like if you can, again, get Klingon out on the perimeter, maybe try to get him out of this game. I go back to a game Connecticut played back in late February against Creighton. Donovan Klingon sat the whole first half. It was very problematic for them. And Creighton was able to size up their lead and kind of get up and never look back. I don't think San Diego State will do that, but getting him out of the game is helpful. I think San Diego State could get into the sweet spot in the mid-range where they like to kind of operate. The problem that I have here is UConn, if I'm them, I would just zone San Diego State and say, look, if you make threes, so be it. This team has one player that shoots over 35%, and it's Jaden Ledee from 3. Not real good. They need someone to step up. If they can make some threes tonight, this could get interesting, but they haven't done that all year.
Can Alabama make enough threes to make it interesting and win over North Carolina? This should be a fun one, Jeff. Total in the 170s, and North Carolina a favorite over Alabama. And Bama coming off a pretty shaky game offensively, just all around against Grand Canyon. That was a weird one the other night. North Carolina coming off a game where they were down 12 to Michigan State and then put together a tremendous run before the first half, and really never looked back there in the second half. So Bama, North Carolina, high tempo. Any thoughts on this one tonight?
Yeah, I kind of went a different way. I think UNC wins. I think they probably score a bunch of points here. Alabama's defense is bad. It's one of the worst. It's the worst defense left in this tournament by a pretty wide margin. I also like Baycott over 16.5 points. I think this could be a big match for him. He is a really good rebounder, really good on the block. This is a bad Alabama front court. I mean, they are awful, quite frankly. I think this is one of those games where he gets into the 20s. He scored over 16 points in 4 straight games. I think this is a really good matchup for him. Him and R.J. Davis think work well together. And this is an Alabama team, 204th in 2-point defense nationally, just not good. I think UNC wins 95-85. I think this is a fun game back and forth.
Jeff Nadu joining us, big man on campus, talking Sweet 16. And Jeff, you got all 4 number 1s advancing. We talked about UConn and North Carolina. All 4 number 2s advance as well. We mentioned Arizona earlier, Iowa State, another one of those 2s, and Illinois a 3. So really the lack of a lot of upsets in this tournament has created some good matchups. That includes Illinois and Iowa State. Very tight line here. Total mid-140s. Is there a separating factor between these two teams? Who do you like, Illini and Cyclones?
It's a tough one. I think sometimes, though, you just have to kind of look at some of the intangibles and go with the better team. I mean, keep in mind, one team has Terrence Shannon, the other team doesn't. I also think Illinois has stark advantage at the free throw line, very good on the glass. This is a poor defensive rebounding team in Iowa State. Look, you allow a team on the glass to dominate, they can stay in a game. They can obviously win the game a lot of times. Illinois is second in the country in offensive rebound production. The only team better was Texas A&M, who was historically good. So, yeah, it's a tough game. It's a flip to me. I would make Illinois to me a small favorite. I think the wrong team's favored here.
All right, let's move on to Friday. NC State, magical run going on. Shouldn't even be here, Jeff. Won 5 games in 5 days and then won 2 more last weekend. They take on Marquette coming up Friday night at 7:09. And the nation has fallen in love with DJ Burns. Does the magic continue for the Wolfpack, or are they meeting a team too tough on Friday night?
I think they're going to struggle here. Marquette is just so damn good offensively. They're the best team I've seen in a while in the pick and roll. They're just great efficiency-wise. I just don't really know how NC State guards Marquette. I don't really know. You can't press them. You can't really play in half court with them. And Burns could be kind of a guy that could keep them in this game. I also concerned with NC State, kind of barely getting by Oakland. I mean, Trey Townsend beat them up. Iguodala is a better player, probably a better player overall than Trey Townsend. No one really beat NC State outside of Townsend and Golke, and they almost won the game. So, yeah, Marquette has 4 or 5 guys that are going to hit you hard. I think Marquette goes to the Final Four. I think they beat every team in their bracket. I think they could surely beat Tennessee or Creighton or Purdue or Gonzaga. I think Marquette is a really live team. I like them a lot.
All right, Jeff, liking the Golden Eagles. Another team you like, Jeff, you started kind of – oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I would think the play I'd make, though, in Marquette is highlighting Marquette's offense. I think they're going to get into the 80s. Their team total is 79. I think that's the best way because I could see a situation where NC State, DJ has a big game, maybe gets the shooters involved, and this is like 82-77 or something. Like, I think Marquette offense is the way to back here.
Yeah, NC State likes to go up and down, and that can lead to points for the other team as well. Jeff, another team you like, you started sounding the alarms kind of early to mid-February on Gonzaga and the way that their offense was flowing and clicking, and they have looked really good in this tournament. What a display in the second half against Kansas last weekend. They're taking on a Purdue team that looks like an absolute machine right now. So a good one here, 154-ish is the total. Purdue obviously a favorite in this game, Jeff. Can Gonzaga give the Boilermakers some trouble Friday night?
I think they can, but I think it's an unbettable game because Ike is the guy, the big for them. If he's out of this game, I don't know what you do with Edey. Anton Watson's small, Ben Gregg's small. I don't really know where you go. And Edey is so good at drawing fouls. This is a different Gonzaga team, though. Obviously, they're not the same team that lost by 10 back on November 20th. Braden Huff's given them a lot more. They're much better from a shooting standpoint. I thought this number was about right. I'd probably put it a little bit lower, but I could also see a situation where, again, if Ike's not off the court, like let's say Ike wasn't in this game, I'd make Purdue -9, right? So why I can't bet this is if Ike goes out 3 minutes in because he has 2 fouls, then immediately. That's why I bet this game maybe live, maybe see how it looks. Maybe they double him a little bit. It's a hard game to bet. I think Purdue will advance just because they have Zach Edey and no one else does.
Late Friday night, Jeff, Houston coming off, they just about blew it the other night, but they advanced to take on the Duke Blue Devils. And, man, I just love the way Houston plays, and I'm really looking forward to this matchup. This should be a good one coming up late Friday night. Houston is a favorite. Total is a low one at 134.5. So how about the Blue Devils and Cougars? Does Houston advance? Can Duke pull this one off?
I mean, this sounds pretty basic, but pretty rudimentary. If you're going to hear people talk about matchups and they tell you that Duke is not a good matchup, this is a bad match for them, they're stupid and you shouldn't listen to them. There's one matchup that Duke has here. When you play Houston, if you can make shots, you will beat them, okay? Again, making shots is that's the easy way to win. If you don't make shots, you won't win. But Duke, if they're hitting their shots, which they generally do, they will win. This is a good matchup for them. Houston gives you a lot of opportunities, and a lot of the time people just miss. Duke ain't going to turn it over, okay? Duke has the bigs to deal with the physicality. I think Filipowski's an interesting player. He could have a big night. He hasn't played real well, but Duke hits contested shots. They hit uncontested shots. They're just a good shot-making team. Go back to that game against Kansas, in Kansas. Remember Kansas couldn't miss Clip back on February 3rd, and they ran away. I think they shot 78% from the field. Duke can do that too. They're that good offensively. And, look, Houston has not been good against other top 20 offenses. They've only played 2 this season, but they allowed 1 point possession or more in both games. So, look, Duke is a good matchup here. I like them plus 4.5 in this game.
All right, and they do with the Blue Devils on Friday night. And finally, Creighton, Tennessee. The SEC has not had the best tournament, Jeff. You still got Alabama taking on North Carolina tonight. But Tennessee, maybe the crown jewel of the SEC this season, taking on Creighton. I said this yesterday, Jeff, and I'm very aware on how to access my Fox Sports app and to watch Big East. And I have watched some Big East games this year. I have not watched a ton of Creighton, so I'm a little ignorant on the Blue Jays, but how about this Creighton-Tennessee matchup? Tennessee, a slight favorite, total in the 140s, 143.5.
Yeah, I thought this total was super high. I think this could be one of those games that's like first to 60, really even maybe 65. Like it's back and forth. You have two really good defenses here. Creighton's got a great drop defense where, they're going to just try to dare you. And look, I think they can key in on Connect, but then again, I also ask myself, who exactly guards Connect? My whole thing is I'll believe in Greg McDermott to get, the matchup you want. I think Tennessee probably finds a way to win the game. Am I running to lay points? No, I'd want them in a money line situation. I just think they're slightly better. This game reminds me a lot of Illinois, Iowa State. I think Creighton will struggle as well to score due to the fact that Tennessee just doesn't allow much from three. They don't even allow attempts, quite frankly. They allow the lowest amount of threes per team in the country. They don't give you anything. They don't put you on the line either. This is going to be a real rock fight. I think this is like 66, 61, 67, 62. I like the under. I think 143 is way too high.
All right, just recapping under in Tennessee Creighton. Duke plus the points against Houston. The Marquette offense. What are you doing? Marquette team total there, Jeff? Over? Is that what you like in that one?
Yeah, it's over 79, yep.
Clemson, you said, getting too many points tonight against Arizona. Also, Armando Bacot, look for his personal over. And also Illinois, you like. And I do agree, Jeff, with the Shannon take there. One of the best players in the country. Looking forward to seeing him tonight with the Illini. Big man, opening day of Major League Baseball today. Gambling became legal in the state of North Carolina a couple weeks ago. Any advice for the people listening that are betting on baseball for the first time? What do you look at? What are some factors here? Any advice for the people out there?
Yeah, I made the strong thought that over the last couple of years, I don't really bet baseball until early May. I give it a month to kind of figure itself out. I mean, you're really not going off much. I think you're just trying to kind of trusting your situations. But yeah, I don't bet baseball much until May. It's just kind of a personal option for me. You don't know much. I mean, what do you know about this? Obviously Corbin Burns is a good pitcher, but how will he fare in Camden Yards as opposed to the Brew Crew Stadium? There's a lot of things here. I would always lean on betting underdogs if I'm going to bet it. I think they overrate certain things in the market from baseball. I like the Cubs. I thought the Cubs looked pretty decent today. I think that's more of a kind of a coin flippy game. But yeah, I don't bet baseball much until May, Cliff.
All right, the advice is take a look at everything going on in April and try to attack in May when you have a bigger sample size of things. Good stuff, Jeff. Appreciate you joining us. Anything you got to plug? What you got going on, man?
As always, just follow me on Twitter. Nothing really. The season's about to end, and that'll be that.
And we'll do some draft props coming up soon, Jeff. Talk some NFL draft with you.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, big man. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yep. Take it easy, bro.
Jeff Nadu joining us, Pirate Radio Live line here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. So there you go, Jamie and others. A few things Nadu likes tonight. Baycott likes our Illini. Chandler, seen a lot of Illini out there. Starting to get a little worried.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like people jumping on the ship because there's only so many or so much room on the ship.
Right.
And if it gets too full, the ship will sink.
We may need a life raft. Late night tonight.
Women and children on the boats.
We've got other games underway in Major League Baseball. We got a Yordan Alvarez rope into left center that will end with him on first base with the Astros' first hit of the game.
No runs, no runs, no runs.
Brett's hoping for no runs in this first inning. It is 0-0 Yankees and Astros in the bottom of the first. O's up 5-1 as they play in the fourth inning. Mike Trout up, and Mike Trout has the only hit for the Angels. It is classic Angels baseball. Mike Trout home run, Angels trail by 4.
Does Mike Trout have the only home run in Major League Baseball so far this year?
As far as we know.
No.
Well, no, the Soul games, yeah.
Dang it. Yep. I hate those.
Me too.
Brett just cashed out, though. The Padres-Giants game just went scoreless through 1.
Attaboy, Brett.
Attaboy.
Way to get that winner, who completely ignores Nadu's rule. or advice about baseball. He said, kind of sit back in March and April and attack in May. Brett says no. I've got 12 bets on opening day.
It's opening day, baby. You got it, and it's legal in North Carolina.
And he's not just betting games; he's betting all first innings.
Can you imagine trying to tell North Carolina bettors not to bet on opening day baseball, and it's the first opening day where we could bet legally? Heck no.
All I'm utilizing is my free bet, and I have that on the O's, which is looking good at the moment.
BET, bet.
All right, let's take a break. Caiden Norman going to join us coming up here in a little bit. Greg Hudson, Hour 3. Got our Fleet Feet Rundown and more. I tell you what, we'll hit our Fleet Feet Rundown when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Talk about MLB opening day, NCAA tournament, and other things going on in the world of sports. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. Experience the ultimate movie magic with their Elite experience. The Elite Theater has the largest screen in Greenville, state-of-the-art 4K laser projection, immersive Dolby Atmos sound, and heated luxury recliners. And coming soon, Eastern North Carolina's only IMAX theater. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to guc.com.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
It's bow time. Chicken or biscuits? That's an impossible choice. How can you decide between Bojangles' perfectly crispy, boldly seasoned chicken or their fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits? Well, the good news is you don't have to. With a Cajun chicken filet biscuit, you get the best of both worlds. An all-white meat chicken breast marinated with a bold blend of seasonings and served up on a fluffy, golden buttermilk biscuit. When it comes to real-deal Southern flavor, there's no reason you can't have it all. Order a Cajun chicken filet biscuit today. It's bow time.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
This is Kim McNeil, head women's basketball coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. And Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Thursday. Shirley Rhodes, intern Zach, intern Brett, Chon, and Caiden Norman needs some entrance music as he comes into the room.
Break glass.
To join us. We got trouble for the Yankees and trouble for intern Brett.
He's got no runs in the first inning, bases loaded in Houston, 2 outs.
I'm enjoying living vicariously through Brett's bets right here.
I love doing that with you.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's so much fun when it's somebody else's money.
Yep.
And I'm
like, I want you to win money. I'm not rooting against you.
Caiden, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. I'm excited right here. Two strikes. He has a chance.
We need a strike. Brett, come on in here, man. Come watch it.
Come on.
Before it's too late.
He's gonna miss it.
The 1-2.
Oh, baby. You got any action, Caiden?
Not on baseball. I'm finishing up the basketball season first.
I like that. Smart man.
He's taking the Nadu advice.
Get a good sample size of baseball. See what's going on. Brett already 1-1 on the young year, and we're gonna have a full count.
Oh, baby.
Brett, how you feeling?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
There we go. This is what it's all about, folks. Bottom of the first. His entire bankroll on this one game. That is not true. He's got it spread out across Major League Baseball. Astros fans on their feet. Trash cans are banging. Nestor Cortez winning Mustache March. Chaz McCormick at the plate, and he hits it up the middle for a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Brett goes down again.
And 0-2.
Oh, my God.
0-2 on the baseball season now.
No, he won 1.
1-3 now.
Oh, there you go. My bad.
Well, better luck next time. What are we looking for now?
The Blue Jays to come back and win.
All right, let's go Jays. All right, Caiden Norman joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. New segment, Interns Losing Money, live on the air. That was fun. We were rooting for you, Brett, but couldn't get it done for you today. Caiden, new episode of the Holt Naylor Show dropping today. A lot of UFL talk on today's show.
We talked a little bit about UFL, Holton's update, big game coming up this weekend for his team, the Renegades. Hopefully we'll see him get in. We'll have to wait a little bit. I know they're going to start the season off with Luis Perez. But, hopefully things go our guy's way and he gets a shot here soon.
Yeah, he told me that Isaiah Winstead should get a lot of run tomorrow, being a top receiver on that team. He said Noah Henderson's basically the sixth man on the offensive line, so we could see him in. And Holton said he's in a backup role right now, but hope we, like you said, get to see him on the field.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, you get in, you're going to make it happen. So it's kind of what he did in the preseason in Seattle. It's kind of what he did here at East Carolina the whole time. I think it's just wait your time, get your chance, and make the most out of it.
Have you given him advice on how to send in signs and things like that?
Nah, I don't think he's going to be doing any of that.
Caiden Norman joining us, Pirate Radio Studios. I want to talk gambling with Caiden. I want to talk about. Can you hang out till like 5?
Yeah, I can hang out.
All right. Yeah. So there's an ECU topic I want to hit, and all college sports. But Jamie had a question. He said, how far down in the weeds do you get betting? Do you chart out tendencies, home away, stuff like that, or just gut feeling? I am definitely more of a gut feeling guy, but I think we've got a good man to talk about this, Caiden. You seem like a cerebral guy when it comes to gambling.
So college basketball, I get really into the weeds of it. I love to look at it it's about 6 things I look at. I usually look at offense efficiencies, defense efficiencies, rebounding percentages. Then I like to look at home and away records, neutral court records. Big thing I look at after that really ties it all together is tempo.
Yeah.
How do people
Pace.
play? Yeah, pace of game. A lot of these fast-paced teams in college basketball don't do well against half-court teams. We see a lot of struggle there. So I kind of take all that together and do my own kind of mental math of what I like. And then, like you said, sometimes you do get gut feelings. Like last week, I didn't do anything and just saw the Carolina minus, I think, 3.5 against Michigan State, and I slammed it. That was a gut feeling, but sometimes you get those. But a lot of times, college basketball, I get really into the weeds of it.
So I'm looking tonight. So we got San Diego State, UConn. That's slow versus slow, pretty much, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Ish, yeah.
And then you've got fast versus fast, Bama and North Carolina.
Well, North Carolina's kind of slower. Bama is one of the top 10 fastest teams in the nation. North Carolina is more on the 40th range, 50th range. So it's fast versus fast, yes, but I think North Carolina's defense is way better than Alabama's defense. So
you leaning that way tonight?
I'm leaning Carolina. I think it's a pretty good pick. I got them at, I think, 3.5 if I have to go back and check, but I'm feeling pretty confident there.
I like the pace conversations. How about Clemson, Arizona, Illinois, Iowa State? Any differences there you picked up?
So I didn't bet the Clemson-Arizona game, but I really felt leaning towards it. I just like that Arizona pace. I don't think Clemson's that good of a team, really.
They have looked amazing.
They have
2 days in March.
But one thing that we kind of hit on the podcast is it's a lot different when you have 5 days to prepare versus 24 hours, 48 hours to play another basketball game. So I think Arizona is one of the funnest offenses to watch out there, and I just don't know if Clemson has the firepower, can keep up with it. They got in foul trouble really early on against who did they play last week? Why am I blanking? Baylor. So
and still had a huge lead throughout that game.
But Baylor is one of the most suspect teams in the Big 12. Big 12 is a great conference. I love watching Big 12 basketball, but Baylor's been suspect all year, so wasn't shocked there.
Any thoughts on Illinois and Iowa State?
I love Iowa State. I think they're big dark horse.
We are huge on Illinois tonight.
Are you guys?
Yeah.
Well, geez, wrong day to come in.
That's good though, because we needed somebody on that side.
No, because we were getting worried about the money coming in on Illinois because it is coming in heavy.
Well, do you know that for a fact, or just a few people like Illinois?
No, I think the line has moved a little bit, hasn't it?
Check it, see what it says. All right, so you're on the Cyclones tonight.
I do like that. That is something I'm actually playing, is the Cyclones tonight.
All right, head to head. I like it.
I hate that for us though. Well, Holton does that for fun, and I hate betting against your friends.
I'd rather be on the same side. Definitely.
I know.
But that goes to show too that is a toss-up game for the most part. I mean, look at the line. What is it still? 1.5?
1.5.
Yeah. Does NC State's miracle run continue?
See, this is controversial. We're no Carolina or State fans here, but I'm cheering for them personally. I like it. I like they're the true Cinderella. That's kind of like 1982 rewind, but a lot more magical with them being the ACC having a lot more teams, making that run in the tournament. And DJ Burns is just so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Probably the funnest guy in the entire tournament to watch.
You had Golke and Burns head to head for America's Sweetheart.
I know. How awesome was that? And in that same region in Pittsburgh that same night was Oregon versus Creighton, went double overtime.
Amazing game. Yeah.
Probably the best game of the whole weekend. But back to State. I'm cheering for State. I don't think they can. I really don't. But am I cheering for them to make the run? I kind of am. It looks good for North Carolina. And I'm an overall State guy this time of year.
All right, Gonzaga, Purdue.
That's a fun one.
Two teams that are playing amazing basketball right now. Gonzaga put on a clinic second half versus Kansas, and Purdue had no issue with Utah State at all. How about this one?
Yeah, I don't know that Gonzaga Kansas game. Like, Kansas has been struggling all year with injuries. They've only had 7 guys really outside the starting 5. They haven't had much bench help. And Gonzaga's pretty deep, but Purdue, I think we look at that, they've let us down how many years in a row in the tournament.
Oh, we were looking at it earlier.
Yeah. So that's just one where it's like, I've been high on Purdue all year. I've bet Purdue all year. I've liked Purdue all year. I love Zach Edey. And they shoot the 3, I think, at top 5 rate in the nation. And so I really are high on them. But then I remember how they let me down against Wisconsin. And so then the Big Ten tournament. That's just one I don't want to touch. Yeah. I like it as a game to watch as a fan. That's just not one to touch as a...
Jeff Nadu called it unbettable because he talked about Gonzaga's big, and if you say that guy stays out of foul trouble and plays, okay, he could see himself taking Gonzaga. If he has 2 fouls in the first 8 minutes, then he's going to take Purdue. He said it might be a live bet game, but he says going into it, too many variables.
Exactly, and that's the thing. When you play against Zach Edey, people start getting in foul trouble very early. So that's just something I don't want to touch. And then Gonzaga was shooting the ball at a fantastic rate last game. So I don't know.
Almost too good?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's
right.
Like, do they keep the spark, or how's it happen 5 days later? So
I'm a little worried about being on North Carolina's side tonight because Alabama played so poorly and won last game. It almost feels like they're not going to do that again. If they play like they did the other night against North Carolina, it's going to be a blowout tonight. But I think they play a lot better.
I would say part of that is me liking the defense of Carolina versus Bama.
And hating the defense of Bama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then seeing some of Bama's awful games this past year. Like, they're such a hit or miss team, I feel like, in the SEC. And SEC basketball, I'm not high on SEC basketball by any means. So,
all right, I have Houston winning it all, and I'm nervous about tomorrow night. I think they could go down.
It just depends how Duke comes out. I think that's another thing. Like, where does Duke come out? But that Houston game against A&M was one of another top weekend games. I think Houston's a good team. I like Kelvin Sampson. I'm high on them as well. I actually have them, I think, on my bracket in the championship game. So we'll see. That's just one I'm not going to touch either.
How about Creighton, Tennessee? Any edge there, in your opinion?
Again, I don't know. I like that Creighton team against Oregon, but just like Kansas, when you look at Creighton, they have absolutely no bench. What I love about Creighton with no bench is they don't foul. They rarely foul. They rarely have guys getting foul trouble. Tennessee, you go back to SEC basketball, like I said, some conferences I'm high on versus others. And I think Tennessee's had some of those low points throughout the year. It's like, where do you come all this many days gone from like the Magic, the Spark? You're in the Sweet 16 now. No guys are up for it. But it's like a week of practice, back to your normal life. So I don't know. That's just the one I'm not going to touch.
Running down the basketball action with Caiden Norman here on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, get the promo ready. Anthony Santander has homered.
Oh, man.
He already has 4 RBIs. It is Orioles 7, Angels 1 in the 5th inning.
Anthony Santander.
He's got a ground into a fielder's choice, knocked in a run. He had a sac fly, and then he homered. So in 3 at-bats and 4 innings, he has 4 RBIs, and he's all over the promos already.
What's his accolades like? Because, I mean, this guy is like, he is Mr. Orioles baseball.
He is the greatest player in the American League right now. Let's take a break. When we return, more with Caiden Norman. Coming up hour 3, we got Coach Hud, Fleefy Rundown, and more. Jamie took the under in Orioles and Angels. Jamie's struggling. He's looking for advice. And I feel like he's not getting it here. We're doing all we can for you, though, Jamie. Good segment with Caiden there. We had Nadu. Don't tell Brett right now. He's got a lot going on. Let's wait and see how his day finishes up before we start tailing his bets. More to go. Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music, Monday through Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday, we have line dancing from 7 to 9, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date information and band schedules. Y'all come get bucked up.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. Pitt County Schools is in the opportunity business. We open doors for every student by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the spring months, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness before celebrating their accomplishments. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and saluting those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and 1 community. Education is truly the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
Okay, guys, I've devised a plan to find better home internet. Kids, you scout the web for the best deals. Honey, you monitor our projected data usage.
Or we could avoid that hassle and go with U.S. Cellular's home internet. There's no guesswork, and their internet's faster than ever.
New plan. Ellen, you sign up for U.S. Cellular home internet. Madison, you bring me snacks while I stream the game. Let's do this.
Bundle and save on U.S. Cellular's new and improved home internet. Just $29.99 when bundled with a wireless plan. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it is free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Jacob Jenkins Cowart, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. You can grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulf of Mexico every Tuesday, which is a huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. On Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are only $2.99, and Thursdays is half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Caiden Norman joining us. We got Shirley, intern Brett, intern Zach. Chon has run off. May join us before we get out of here today. Caiden, I saw this. It was a realignment attractiveness score. So this is from Tony Altamore, strategy and analytics consultant, corporation, government, education, sports, whatever. But he put together a realignment attractiveness score for everybody.
Okay.
And the schools ahead of ECU. Well, first, let me tell you how he came to this model.
Is this like for conference, right?
This is like, I guess, for moving up to a better conference or whatever. Here were his data points of interest. Football success, he said this is most heavily weighted by far. Mm-hmm. On-field success, the last 5 years, 20 years, all time. Not great for ECU.
Yeah.
TV attractiveness. We've been told that viewers tune into ECU, and John Gilbert has said that the numbers are great for ESPN Plus for ECU games. Fan support, facilities. Then there's another category, market potential, local, regional market, state market, football prominence, rank in state. There is athletic and hoop success. So on the field success in basketball, that is a major red flag.
Big gap.
And negative. Institutional resources and academic success. The U.S. institutional rank, global rank, research, popularity, all that stuff. Key bonus factors. State flagship status, land grant status, established power conference member. And then negatives, he's got problematic school scandals. I don't think we have that, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Control risks and school leadership issues. I think we're okay there, right?
Yeah.
So those were some of the things he was looking at here. And he's got, in the American, Army and Navy at the top, followed by South Florida, then Temple, then Memphis, then Tulane, then Tulsa, then UAB, then Rice, then East Carolina.
That low?
That low.
Well,
and I know we're low, but are we that low?
No.
Well, what is... I don't know, Caiden, you're an intelligent guy. If somebody called you in and said, why East Carolina to the Big 12? Why East Carolina to the ACC? Why? What would you say?
Well, I think if you look at it that way, looking at those schools, the only one I could really think of is maybe South Florida, the last 5 years of success, but they also went down a downturn in football, like kind of like we did.
Yeah.
So, but like they have that little history they have with, who was their coach in the early 2010s? But they had that run for
they
a
have
little
Willie
bit.
Taggart there.
Yeah. So they had some decency
Flowers
there.
at quarterback.
Their basketball program has been decent the last few years.
Well, I mean, the good this year. They just like every AAC team, with football especially, but in basketball, like it's a roller coaster. There are ebbs and flows.
I just don't see like all those data points were good data points, and I think the big gaps we had was basketball. I think another big gap is like school prestige, maybe if they're looking at academics, but like ECU has a medical facility, ECU like big business school. Like I don't know how we get that far down the line.
Tulsa, what's Tulsa doing that we're not doing?
And then football wise, like if you look at football, like we haven't won in a number of years, but our fans are passionate. I just don't know where those are good data points to pull from, and I think we beat a lot of those schools on those data points besides one or two maybe. So I don't know.
Do Army and Navy get the nod just for like national recognition, or
is this guy like a sports guy, or is this guy like an academic? That's why I'm curious. Like,
well, again, he had a lot in his bio. In fact, he had too much in his bio.
This stuff confuses me because none of the AAC football teams are consistent in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
So let's look at what's consistent: fan bases and like the team like support and how much money they bring in. That we excel at.
True.
I agree.
And, like, if anything, we're the most consistent at it, at bringing in fans, 35,000 plus on average a year. Like,
and And then when you look at like the geolocation, like you're an hour and a half from Raleigh, hour 15 from Raleigh. It's a major airport. I think we beat Tulsa on that one. I think we beat a lot of those teams on just like where you're at, Research Triangle Park. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to know this guy's background, dive a little deeper on him, and see if he, if he even watches sports. But
one guy and his does he really know everything there is to know about East Carolina and South Florida and Tulane? Of course not, because he did every school out there. So there, but just reading that along and found it interesting. Which right now we're not in a position to move up. Like we got to win games on the field. In our major sports.
Well, if you look at Army and Navy and basketball, like they're not basketball schools. Yeah. Like they're good academic schools, but like they're also fluctuating football. Like they have that historic prestige and name. Like they're not moving up in any of these big conferences. Like they're not selling out their crowds. I just don't understand that article with being that far low and then having those tools to go, those statistics to go off of.
And we're about to move to the highest research tier as a university or whatever it was called. They announced in the fall, or we were up for like candidacy for it. Which I think Rice, is one of the schools in our conference that's up there because they are a good academic school, and we're about to move in the same realm as they are.
And again, he's got Temple up there pretty high.
That's definitely for basketball history.
I guess, and like the Matt Rule and Jeff Collins era of football, because they are terrible now.
If you don't have your own stadium, you cannot play in the Power 5. The end. So that takes out, USF will not have that problem anymore, but that takes out them for the next 2 years or so.
I'm trying to think if there are any Power 5 schools that don't have their own football stadium.
USC.
Pittsburgh?
Nope, they play in their own stadium, don't they?
Coach Hud, where do the Pittsburgh Panthers play football games?
Where the Steelers play. Oh, that's my bad.
Yeah, I think they do play.
Does USC and UCLA, because that's like the Rose Bowl and stuff, right?
Yeah, they have their own stadium.
Okay. Miami?
LA Coliseum?
Miami.
Yeah. They play in the not Hard Rock.
Whatever it's called now. Pro players, whatever it is now. All right, good discussion. Caiden, any final thoughts before we let you go? We're gonna shoot a video right after this of all your winners.
All my winners
for the Sweet 16. So
I thought you meant my recent winners on gambling.
How have you been doing?
I've been doing pretty well this last 2 weeks.
So you are college basketball until that's over, and then you'll dive into some baseball.
I'll give it like maybe three weeks of baseball.
Jamie's asking, are you going to bet on Holden's game?
No, I can't do that.
Too close. Too close to the system. All right, let's take a break. We'll say goodbye to Cade Norman and hello to Greg Hudson, Coach Hud.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. We will talk some football with Coach Hud. Got some NFL rule changes I want to talk to Coach Hud about and get his thoughts on. We'll do that and more.
Special teams?
We got special teams and a new defensive tackling rule as well.
The drop.
Yep. Hip drop.
Yeah. Why not just make it another way for him to run the ball more?
We will get Coach Hud's defensive thoughts on that when we return. Pirate Radio Live, Hour 3. Back with you after this.
Country music artist and comedian Rodney Carrington is coming May 4th to Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets for Rodney Carrington on May 4th at WeldonMillsTheater.com.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
And there was 2 seasons we go.
We're here for the booty.
Party.
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you.
We're going planking!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Hey everybody, this is Aaron Williams, and it's March. And here at New Blue Service Group, we are starting to think about Easter, and what a blessing it was that Jesus Christ rose from the dead on the third day. Speaking of rising, we would love to bless a family during this season with rising the temperature of the water in their home. If you or anyone you know is in need of a new water heater, we have teamed up with Hughes Plumbing Supply in Winterville to donate a water heater to someone in need. No cost out of your pocket. Contact me directly at 252-717-6888. God bless and go Pirates.
The Downtown Greenville Partnership brings Downtown Greenville to life. We are the organization that brings you Pirate Fest, Free Boot Fridays, Dickinson After Dark, and many other exciting events. The DGP is working hard to continue to improve the aesthetics of Downtown Greenville by adding plants, flower boxes, new LED lighting, and improved entryways. The DGP partners with the City of Greenville, Pitt County, the Chamber, ECU, and many others to make Downtown Greenville a fun, vibrant area to live, shop, eat, and play. Learn more about us at downtowngreenville.com.
The wait is over. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of NASCAR, is now live in North Carolina. Now you can legally bet on all your favorite sports anytime, anywhere, right here in North Carolina with DraftKings. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with the promo code PIRATE and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. DraftKings has the best features, including same-game parlays, player props, and more, with fast and easy payouts right at your fingertips. Get ready for the NCAA tournament with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now using the code PIRATE and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code PIRATE. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit and eligibility restrictions apply. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC. NASCAR is not a sponsor of this promotion and used under license.
Bostic Sugg Furniture is proud to be the Greenville area's exclusive retailer of Lux Living and Bob Timberlake American Home. Elevate your home with beautiful Lux Living custom order sofas, chairs, and sectionals. Experience the elegant designs of Bob Timberlake's solid cherry furniture from the only dealer in North Carolina. Take an extra 10% off or get up to 48 months special financing. Lux Living, Bob Timberlake American Home, exclusively at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Shirley Rhodes, intern Zach, intern Brett. Things are turning around for Brett. Got some winners going all of a sudden. Was excited to see the Reds score.
Yeah.
Said the Blue Jays have bounced back. Coach Hud.
Can we put the Reds up?
I don't think I can. Oh, I definitely can't because they play the Nationals.
I'm telling the owner.
I can. I got you, Clip.
All right.
I'm telling the owner.
The owner of what?
This place.
Okay. See, tell me what he says.
I'm telling.
The Reds have already put up a touchdown, Coach. 7-0 over the Nationals.
Just like we planned it.
Ellie De La Cruz done anything?
Batting in the sixth hole.
He scored a run.
Who's on the starting nine? Is my guy who's playing center
Martini
field.
has 2 homers.
Yeah, some dude named Martini has 5 ribbies today.
Is he DHing?
In center field, you got...
I called him up last year.
You got Benson.
Love Benson.
All right.
He reminds me of a Dave Parker-esque.
Dave, was he a big dude?
He's a big dude.
All right.
And he's got a motor. But he's not as crazy as the Cobra.
The Cobra. What a great nickname.
Man, the Cobra was the best. From Cincinnati, as a matter of fact.
What's your favorite nicknames in sports, Coach?
The Cobra.
That is a really cool nickname. You don't mess with the Cobra.
No.
You hear a guy's the
He
Cobra?
was so good. I mean, to be 6'5" and that athletic, it's scary.
Speaking of which,
I saw him take batting practice one time in the 80s with an aluminum bat.
Oh, man. That's like a weapon.
And there's a reason that they don't use them. The third baseman or the first baseman would be dead.
Well, I saw this guy play, but it was a little before my time. Certainly when he was in his prime. But you talk about athletes and big dudes. Where's Dave Winfield rank amongst that? Because he played everything, didn't he?
Who?
Dave Winfield. I mean, like basketball, football,
All-American,
baseball.
I think he was drafted in all three. He's a Gopher. Friends from Minnesota. Yeah.
All right, Coach Hud could be lining up a guest for us.
I'll just call my brother down at the Reds game.
So he's at the game?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I said, you at the game?
They're up 7-0 right now over the Washington Nationals on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
All right, Coach Hud, got some NFL rules, and I want to go over with you. So
I hear that.
I'm old enough, you young people, to remember when the horse collar was a legal tackle in the NFL. And then I blame Roy Williams from the Cowboys, who did it every tackle and was like breaking legs, and they outlawed it. Now this hip drop tackle. So, Coach, what is this tackle that they are outlawing?
Something that the offense doesn't like.
So it injured Mark Andrews. I think it injured a quarterback, and I guess they're calling it a dangerous play. But talking to Holt Nailers yesterday, he said even when they came up with the rule, they said it's going to be tough to call on the field. In that case, why make it a rule?
I mean, the only way I could see him saying, okay, yeah, we got him, is if when the guy wraps up and if both feet fly out, like he's intentionally grabbing and letting his feet fly up in the air and just ride you down, and it basically hits you at the hip, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen it practiced. I think it's just something that's happened over time.
I'm a little worried.
I'm sure we've seen it for decades, and once a multi-millionaire player gets hurt, then somebody's
one of these nice offensive weapons that the league wants out there on the field every Sunday.
I mean, why don't they get like granular and say, isn't it a bad idea to let a grown giant human being run into your mid back on the push down on the short yardage and goal line? Isn't that? Aren't you going to get hurt? Let me run as hard as I can into your back.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. I don't want you to do that. I feel like, Coach, and you got a few years on me, but like in my time of watching football, it's gone from do whatever you can to get the man down to now you've got about 2 or 3 options or you're going to get penalized.
Yeah.
Which is impossible to do at this speed, because I always hear this too. Man. The athletes have gotten faster and bigger.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
And on Sunday, that league, and they do as much as they can to help you out with the.
Can we all show that door?
With the ball being in the middle of the field, so you got to be able to run sideline to sideline with the hash marks in the NFL. But it's still just amazing. It's just lightning fast.
And since you played and coached, obviously, you have taught proper tackling technique. It's always
multiple ways,
but not every situation on the field you're going to be able to do a proper tackle. You're going to have, at some point in time, you're just going to have to bring the guy down, grab a face mask, grab whatever, and take him down.
When we were chasing Pat White around, in Slayton, we called it. We joked around and said our tackles are ugly babies.
Yeah,
they're
don't matter how you do it.
They're ugly, but God, we love them because we got his ass on the ground.
Yeah. And when you are teaching tackling, are you saying, guys, there's a reason for this, the head hunting stuff, that it's for you, it's for your safety. Like, you're hurting yourself if you don't tackle properly. Like, is that you probably drill that into the guy.
I'm not going to come visit you at the hospital.
for putting your head down. Yeah,
that you're in traction because you can't feel your legs because you wouldn't listen.
Now it happens on accident, but these guys that come in and lower their heads, I mean, they deserve a penalty. I think at this point.
In the cold, guys just duck. I mean, just close their eyes and run in there. I mean, you want to get really granular about it.
Yeah.
You know, when the head goes down, there is no vision.
Everything is cyclical. I mean, do we ever go back to allowing defense to do things, or is that ship just sailed?
Gone.
It's gone forever.
Yes.
It's all about points and offense.
But they're still not going to score as much.
Who's that?
The offense.
Why?
Because they can't protect that guy. The guys are too fast up front.
Yeah.
That league's brutal.
That's a good point.
You run the ball for 100 yards in the NFL, celebration.
And look at the quarterbacks that played last year, I think would prove your point. There were guys, I consider myself a pretty hardcore football fan, that I've never heard of playing quarterback in the NFL.
I have no idea who these guys are.
I mean, that starter drops, and you've got...
I like them and I respect them because I respect every single quarterback that's on a roster at the beginning of the season. Every single... I mean, that position is so hard, and there is so much going on and so much riding on your performance. It's probably, you know, that guy can control so much, and that's why from Little League all the way through the NFL, if you don't have a good quarterback, you're just not going to win.
And we have seen that time and time
Unless you run
again.
the option.
Yeah, which we do not see a lot.
Then he's going to get hurt.
All right, so hip drop, that one's going to piss everybody off. Fourth quarter, your guy makes a tackle, gets off the field.
You know what guys are going to do instead of hip dropping? They're going to shoot him out.
What does that mean?
Run as fast as you can and fly into his legs as fast as you can.
And then we're going to have to take that away.
But they let offensive linemen do it when they cut downfield.
Is that, they still allow that?
Yeah, they can throw on you as long as you're face up. It used to be just take their ACL out. It did.
The good old days, right?
And it got to the point where you were on the verge as a coach. Like in pregame, you would mention it to the other staff. You know, like, hey, you're not going to hit CJ Wilson or in the knee or come and blindside him. You're not going to do that. You know, please.
All right, so I don't like the tackle rule. I'm trying to be open-minded and not get off my lawn about the kickoff rule. I'm trying.
Boy, you know.
Okay, let me explain it first.
All right.
The kicker will kick off from the 35, as they did. The remaining 10 members of the kicking team will line up at the receiving team's 40-yard line. That is going to be radical. At least 9 members of the return team will be between their 35 and 30-yard lines and is what is called the setup zone. The ball will ideally drop between the 20-yard line and the goal line, called the landing zone, where the receiving team will have 1 or 2 returners. If the ball lands in the end zone, that is a touchback, spotted at the 30, kicked out of bounds at the 40. So if a ball then is touched and is not out of bounds, not in the end zone, if the ball is touched or hits the ground, that's when the kicking team players can run down the field and tackle the guy.
It's a lot.
I'm keeping an open mind about it because
it's been done. So they have it on film.
XFL.
So you've seen it.
I hope it leads to more kickoff returns, and maybe that play could become exciting again.
Maybe.
You don't seem too excited about it.
Traditionalist, maybe. I don't.
Yeah, I hear that.
But, you know, I do know why these things in the game are getting changed, because special teams is a high-impact injury. I mean, look, every punt return or kickoff return, there's a penalty.
Every single one. Every time there's a decent return, it's coming back. You just look for the graphic on the TV.
You have more holding penalties on your return teams than you do on your offensive line.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But, man, if you've done it physically, you know what they're trying to stop. It is awful. It is the opinion point of the occupational hazard in football is running down on that kickoff team. Or being the guy that is setting the wedge and blocking.
And getting blown up, basically.
But you're gonna have 20 yards to take off running.
Your job is to get in the way of a guy running 30 miles per hour.
Just take him out. There's two guys. Don't take one. Take two. Sit right between them. Don't worry about making the tackle.
All right. So Coach Hud not a fan of the kickoff rule either. It sounds like we'll see what it looks like.
I just think that separation of we'll put some guys down here and then we'll put the ball here. And next thing you know, we're going to run routes on a Hail Mary. We're going to change the Hail Mary pass. I'll tell you 40 yards.
I'll tell you what I don't like, Coach. If you kick an onside kick, you have to tell the official and tell the other team you're kicking an onside kick. No more surprise onsides.
So nobody gets the dog crap knocked out of them. That's another play.
That I don't like.
The onside kick, there are specific individuals that their job is to just run into people.
Yeah.
They're like the enforcer on the hockey team.
The goons.
Yeah,
send out the goons.
Just send the goon squad out there. That's exactly what it is.
All right.
Because if you count from the sideline in, if you're the 1, 2, and then if you're 3 and 4 on the side they're kicking to, they're not expecting you to get the ball.
Right.
You're there to peel paint.
Jamie, by the way, who is a Reds guy, said he met Dave Parker at the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, one of his dad's favorites, walking down the harbor one day. There you go.
Cobra.
Jamie says, question, is the quarterback position not as important as it used to be with all these no-name guys doing decent? I guess who are you talking about, Brock Purdy and guys like that? He said game manage, dink and dunk is all you need to do. I think that's the opposite of what Coach Hub was saying. You got to have a good one if you're going to win. Because, I mean, look at the playoff teams. Look at
Well, I don't see how you don't know who they are because they've all been good in college.
Yeah,
and before
but I'm
that,
telling
they
you,
were good in high school.
I don't know how to find statistics from
That's
last year.
why in the draft, I believe, maybe I'm ridiculous, but just draft a quarterback every year, no matter what. We're going to take one.
You said treat it like you do college.
I'm going to just take a quarterback.
Where you bring in you're trying to get one guy each cycle pretty much, right? One quarterback?
Yeah, and I'm going to think that, if he ends up being a really great backup, I'm going to get some linebackers out of him for a trade.
Here's a good example last year. Now, I know who Tommy DeVito is because I saw him play at Syracuse. Tyson Bagent, I had never heard of that guy before he played for the Bears.
Never.
Tim Boyle.
Just go through that list, but do it in 19 or 15 years ago. You wouldn't know as many either.
I don't think
I disagree. I bet. So I've got, now I'm all the way down to Deebo Samuel. How many quarterbacks threw a pass last year? I've got we're down to 80. I feel like we're seeing more and more play because of what you said. They're leaving the game. Yeah. What'd you say, Zach?
I was going to say, I don't think people value the lower level college QBs as much. I think people think that, if they're not the top 5 out of college, they're not going to be anything in the NFL. So when they pop up in the NFL randomly, say if Holton Ahlers actually got through with the Seahawks, they'd be like, who's just no name? And really, he was a great college QB, but he wasn't one of the top 5 names, so people didn't know he was a good quarterback.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Tyson Bagent was a fine quarterback.
Wherever he was, yeah.
But I don't know who the hell he is.
That's a valid point.
There's 32 teams, right?
Yeah.
You got to get 32 great quarterbacks.
And then you got to find 32 more, and then most teams carry 3, at least on a practice squad, so there's 32 more.
There's 100 a year.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the New Zealand guy, the rugby player, getting signed to the Chiefs?
I did not.
Yeah, he was on a trial with their practice squad or whatever they have right now, and they're signing him as an offensive utility.
Trying to go the NBA route and make this thing global.
Lesnar did that.
Brock.
He's fast. I'll give him that. I've seen his
Dude, I watched him perform. I was there in Minnesota to watch that freakazoid walk around.
While he wrestled?
Yeah, he was a senior my first season there. He's scary looking.
You know, was Shelton Benjamin there? Isn't he a Minnesota wrestling guy that was in the WWE? You remember that name?
Yeah, I remember him in Minnesota.
But anyway.
You don't forget Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Not a, let's see, Shelton Benjamin is 48. Did he go to Minnesota or did I make that up?
I don't know.
Yes. Minnesota, University of Minnesota. All right, you recognize that guy at all? He was Shelton Benjamin. He was in the WWE after his amateur wrestling. Do not know.
brother played.
He was born in Orangeburg, South Carolina, but attended college at Minnesota. He was a Gopher. All right, Coach Hud, let's get a break in. We'll come back. You gonna call him?
Yeah, I'll give him.
We might have another Hud on the show. We'll get our Fleet Feet rundown. We'll update you on what's going on in Major League Baseball. As Zach, are you controlling my TV? Now I got the Blue Jays Rays game on.
Yeah, we switched.
Good God.
Said he's busy.
Man, today makes me miss Jeff Charles because he followed the Reds, and he said, Coach Hud, that Cincinnati opening day was the thing back in the day, right?
It used to be the opening of the season.
Like every season would open in Cincy, right?
In honor of the first Major League team, professional team.
You just missed
them. Cincinnati Reds.
There you go.
Who?
We got a Blue Jays bomb, and intern Brett is loving life right now. Who's that, Biggio?
If you're cheering for baseball right now, I'm going to say you had something bet on this. Here.
DraftKings Sportsbook, Coach. I know you're a Reds fan. Are you a Blue Jays fan, too? Because they've got Vlad Guerrero's son, Craig Biggio's son, and Dante Bichette's son. That's a pretty cool team.
I like everything in baseball.
No. Take a break, come back, more to go after this.
I made a pilgrimage to save this human's race, never comprehending the race had long gone by.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
This is your What's New update brought to you by Greenville Auto World. What's new? Greenville Auto World has new owners and is part of the DriveHereNow.com team of dealerships. New owner Tommy Cook and his team have 4 dealerships with a fully stocked inventory, over 200 SUVs, trucks, cars, and over 50 lenders, and has financing for anybody. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 at Bells Fork across from Speedway. Pirates supporting pirates.
Are you struggling with weight loss? It might be 15 pounds or 115 pounds. It seems like losing weight involves too much exercise and not enough food. Well, no more. Semaglutide is an FDA-approved treatment offered by Arc Point Labs. Dr. John Bruce, a board-certified bariatric surgeon, will consult and oversee your entire weight loss journey. Transform yourself and get ready for the beach next summer. This program is safe, cost-effective, and has a physician oversight. Call Arc Point Labs today at 514-8049.
Hey guys, I've devised a plan to find better home internet. Kids, you scout the web for the best deals. Honey, you monitor our projected data usage.
Or we could avoid that hassle and go with U.S. Cellular's home internet.
New plan. Ellen, you sign up for U.S. Cellular home internet. Madison, you bring me snacks while I stream the game.
Bundle and save on U.S. Cellular's new and improved home internet. Just $29.99 when bundled with a wireless plan. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Welcome to Russell's Spring Style. Our screen door shouts welcome to a beautiful selection of new apparel for men and women. The spring colors are fresh and beautiful, just in time for Easter. Men, the store is full of new sports coats, and in-house alterations assure a great fit. Ladies, it's Russell's for the best selection of dresses, whether long or short. Rhonda and her team work hard to make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination. It's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing.
Do you know what today is? It's the $5.55 cheesesteak special day at Huckleburger. Bring the family to Huckleburger all day for one of the best delicious cheesesteaks at an unbelievable price. Just $5.55. The Huckleburger cheesesteak special is good for dine-in or takeout in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington. Huckleburger, the fastest full-service restaurant in town. Meep, meep. Huckleburger, delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we got a Cedric Mullins home run. The Orioles piling it on. They are up 11-1 opening day on the Angels. The classic Angels. They have one hit. It was a home run by Mike Trout, and that is it. That is all they got as they trail it 11-1. Sorry, Ron Washington. Could be a long year for the former Braves third base coach. Greg Hudson joining us here in the Pirate Radio studios. Brett knows all about this, but for folks that don't know, the wait is over. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of NASCAR, is now live in North Carolina. You can legally bet on your favorite sports anytime, anywhere, right here in North Carolina with DraftKings. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with promo code PIRATE and bet $5 will receive $250 instantly in bonus bets. Also, saw a little opening day gift, a free bonus play for a baseball game today on DraftKings, so make sure you take advantage of that. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the code PIRATE and bet $5 to get $250 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code PIRATE. The crown is yours. If you have a gambling problem, call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. Terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC. NASCAR is not a sponsor of this promotion and is used under license. Brett, how we doing over there?
We're doing well. The Blue Jays are up 2.
Yeah.
2 men on. Let's get some more runs here. That will be my first underdog hit of the year if they can pull this out.
All right, you got the Dodgers winning, right?
Yes.
All right, they're up 5-1 on St. Louis. Check in with Burley, see how Alec Burleson has fared so far in this game. And Burley is 0 for 2 at the moment, the former Pirate in the opening day lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals. Coach Hud, you said you are a Reds fan, but also pulling for the Brewers because?
The manager was my baseball coach at Notre Dame.
That is pretty cool.
Mentor, Pat Murphy.
And you also mentioned that Craig Counsell, I had forgotten,
was our third baseman,
got a king's ransom.
Yes.
From the Chicago Cubs.
Yes.
And this question is going to sound offensive. Don't punch me.
I won't.
You're a peaceful. You're a lover. You're a lover, not a fighter.
I'm tired.
That's a good thing. Got you on a tired day. What is the least important coach? What sport? Like baseball managers, they fill out a lineup. I know they got to make important decisions and things like that.
Ask Cliff.
I'm not going to ask him.
Well,
this
don't ask me.
But what would be the easiest
there's
job?
So much strategy going
NBA
on.
coach? NBA. Is that the easiest out of the four major?
I'm looking at maybe a low assistant in basketball.
Is like the least.
There's 15 guys.
That is true. Yeah.
And there's like 30 assistants now.
But if you're like Doc Rivers, like they fired the Bucks coach and they were like 23-5 or something.
And Rivers said he was done with coaching.
Right. Well, they I guess showed him the money.
Why did they get rid of? That takes me to Van Gundy getting axed as the best TV guy.
Oh, right.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Because they had.
He has been on NCAA tournament games. I've enjoyed listening to him.
He's good.
I like Stan Van Gundy. All right. Well,
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, everybody's valuable. I mean,
that is true.
Value.
No doubt about that.
And you're doing something. But I look at, mathematically speaking, if you have X number of players and X number of coaches, they're getting that much coaching in the same amount of hours that you're allowed to in sports that have multiple players. They better be getting the darn hell coached out of them, I reckon.
Have you been a head coach at any level?
No.
So you've been a coordinator, assistant. On game day, are the coordinators, again, this is more important than the head coach? Or like still the head man?
Yeah. I mean, if he's making the calls,
because the OC's making the offensive calls, you're making the defensive calls, right? So
yeah.
Head coach is managing the whole operation.
He's important because he's my boss.
He's always
and
important.
I love him. And he's always right.
Of course, you're talking about fill in the blank, whoever you're working for at the time.
Right. That's exactly right.
How much autonomy did you have with the defense here at East Carolina? That was you and Rick Smith's defense, right? Was Skip an offensive guy?
Yeah. He gave us. I mean, he's that's why he's such a great head coach, and he's a delegator.
And have you been at spots
just stop him
where you didn't have a delegator, where you had a guy that maybe
no, not really.
You've been pretty lucky in that regard.
Yeah. I mean, I had a guy said he thought this was a good defense. He drew 12 people up on the board. I'm like, that's a great defense.
Why didn't you think of that?
I was like, shit. We're allowed to do that. How to do that a long time ago.
Pierre, get in there. I know you're not in on this play, but let's try this one. Where did he put the extra guy, Coach, on the line? In the secondary? Okay, just throw him out there.
We had him covered.
Hey, they probably...
I thought for a second I was heading to Canada.
Hey, with the new rules, well, they'd add an extra offensive player, not a defensive
I have seen on film, I've seen a team get by with 12 guys back-to-back, first down, second down in a game.
Defense?
Did not get called.
On defense?
Yeah, it was on defense.
Were you coaching in the game?
I think it was Oklahoma. No, I was breaking the film down. It was Oklahoma State. This is what's crazy about the memory. And they were playing Michigan. And I was breaking the film down because we were opening with Michigan that year. And I keep seeing these flags to start the game off. I'm like, I don't see any penalty then, because you don't see the hand signals and all that from the ref.
Right.
You got to look at the sheet, or sometimes you can see it, and I don't see it again. And then I see the next play, I see another penalty.
So they called him every time.
They missed it on the first one.
Okay.
They caught him they missed it on the second one. They called him on the third one.
They were just like, hey, we're going to do this until they...
The TV had gone back and said, man, they've had 12 on there the whole time.
Wow.
And they just got him on third down.
Worth a shot, I guess, especially if you're having trouble get off the field. Go and do whatever you got to do at that point. Greg Hudson joining us here at Pirate Radio Studios. Opening day, Major League Baseball. You've been following the NCAA tournament at all, Coach?
Yeah.
All right.
It sort of feels like the old days now when you're talking, you got all this ACC and even,
Big East
teams,
even though it's kind of new Big East, but still Big East.
Still UConn.
Still UConn, and all the heavy hitters, all the number ones and number twos get through the first weekend.
Yeah.
Sets up for some great games tonight and this weekend.
Yeah.
Who you like? Boilers?
UConn.
UConn.
I mean, it's easy to say UConn, but
back to back.
I like I like Hurley.
I bet you do like Hurley. You seem like a Hurley guy.
I know the atmosphere up there. I know how they're able to coach and do their job up there and how they're supported. I mean, if they got enough talent, they're always going to be tough to beat.
So you were at UConn with Skip?
I was there. We were there the first year that Gino, when they won the national championship. It's the loudest sporting event I'd ever been to was Connecticut, Tennessee, women when they were 1 and 2.
Pat Summit years.
And, Rebecca Lobo and Jennifer Rosati, Carol Walters, they were good. They beat Tennessee. It was the loudest. I mean, there was probably 10,000 teenage girls in there screaming from the beginning to the end.
I saw Rebecca Lobo on TV. She's still doing analyst work these days.
Yeah.
Were y'all FCS at the time?
Yeah.
Or 1AA, as they called it back then? Were you there when they made that move?
Just left.
Okay. Yeah.
I've gone to Cincinnati.
Like Bill Belichick said, you were on to Cincinnati.
On to Cincinnati, that's right.
So
that's all I know.
Did you feel like, of course you didn't because you were coaching there, but did they put enough attention into football? Like, was it all basketball?
We may have had the highest budget of any 1AA team in the country.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We had a great deal.
On the outside looking in, it would seem like
Lou Perkins was the athletic director, and he wanted to go to Division I to 1A, and so he just started. Him and the assistant AD Jeff Hathaway, who's a big basketball guy. They just from the time Skip got the job, we did everything first class. I mean, we flew everywhere. I remember some coaches that came in from 1A schools said, we got a bigger budget here than we had at, I think they said Colorado State or something like that.
Wow. And didn't they have, I'm looking it up right now, didn't they kind of bounce back last year?
Yeah,
they were, let's see.
Football? No, 2 years ago they were good.
2 years ago they were 6 and 7.
Terrible.
Yeah, okay. 3-9 this past year. Yeah, 2 years ago.
And
won 6 games.
What's his name came out and said, Mora said, if you don't give to NIL, you no longer have a voice.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say a word.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
he's right.
We'll see how it works.
At least give him 50 cents.
All right, well, I'm on Team Boneyard, Coach.
Are you?
I'm $10 a month.
Are you really?
And I expect to see some improvements around here.
Why don't you complain? Oh, because you'll get fired. If you
I did that, and it didn't work out for me. Yeah.
Man.
So everything's going great.
Are you allowed on campus? There's certain areas you're banned from.
I did go to Pro Day earlier this week.
Let me have your parking pass. In your lanyard.
I've got it.
I'm just going to use it.
For a price.
You're saying you're not him. Say him today. I'm identifying myself.
It doesn't have my name on it, I don't think. It's just a pass. I went to Pro Day earlier this week, Coach, and saw Julius Wood, East Carolina safety, along with Jalen Johnson, Jeremy Lewis, as they participated in events in front of scouts. And it's funny talking to those guys because like Julius Wood was like, I'm a football player my whole life since I was a kid. I love football. Now I've been training for something athletic related, but totally different with all the drills and the 3-cone and all that stuff. So it's almost like a different event to these guys.
Man, all they care about is inches right now. Inches and angles and takeoffs and reaches.
And if you're really good at that, that's awesome. If you're a good player that maybe lacks in some of that, you want to say, hey, watch the tape. But they got to look at all of it.
They watch the tape.
Yeah.
For as scrutinized as the players are through that whole process and everything, it's still amazing that there's that much money and time spent in evaluating that it's still not, they can't make that call on who's going to be the quarterback, as we were talking earlier.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a franchise-changing decision. A lot of jobs on the line.
If you could sit in a meeting or stand on the sideline and hear the whole conversation of what that guy in particular needs to know, it's insane. It's a lot.
Yeah. And we have seen some misses, and of course, we've seen a lot of QBs hit in the day. Will Caleb Williams be a hit in the NFL?
I think so.
It looks like it, yeah. I'm hearing some J.J. McCarthy smoke.
Good player.
At number 2.
Man, he's good.
You like McCarthy?
He's trained too. I mean, he's
by what? Harbaugh?
Yeah. Harbaugh was a good quarterback.
I saw him play live at RFK Stadium.
He played for a long time.
Yeah. Saw him with the Colts back in the day. All right, let's get another break in. We'll come back. More with Coach Hud. We'll get our Fleet Feet rundown. And more. I want Jaden Daniels. You like Jaden Daniels, LSU?
The quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Joe Sloan better.
Joe Sloan.
Let's call Joe.
Call him that offense. We can call him up.
Sloan.
I don't know if he would answer. He'd answer you.
It might be a practice.
I last talked to him during the COVID days when we were doing the Pirate Radio Zoom room. Had a good convo with, at the time, the quarterback coach. Is he the coordinator now? Offensive coordinator down at LSU. We'll take a break. More Hour 3. Coach Hud back with you after these words.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
All right, it's that time of year again. Let's take a look at what's going on in the Wings Over Greenville brackets.
In the sauce region, we have the top-seeded Honey Barbecue getting the win over Hot Garlic.
In the Wings region, Tenders defeats Traditional in a nail-biter.
In the sandwich region, the Chicken Bacon Ranch Wrap knocks off the Buffalo Chicken Sandwich.
And who will win the greatest rivalry of them all, Ranch versus Blue Cheese? You decide.
Try them out for yourself. Give them a call today at 758-9464 or place your order online at wingsover.com.
Captain Bo Brooks, what's happening at Pirate Waters Outfitters this spring?
Well, we have restocked with all new apparel from Marshwear and AFCO. We got the new turtle boxes coming in the River Rock color, and I always suggest that you cook your fish in a smithy, and the new smithy is in as well. We have a fly cave in the back with all you need to catch fish on the fly, and tie your own fly wall where we have all the accessories and products you need to tie your own flies. We are Pirate Water Outfitter on Market Street next to Breakin' Bread, home of Camacho Rodworks.
Here today with Christy Conway from ENC Pirate Realty, and exciting news about your new partnership with Allen Tate Realtors.
We are excited to be a partner with Allen Tate Realtors. We felt that being a part of the Allen Tate family would bring with it the technology, marketing, and referral capabilities our agents need to make their real estate business more successful and allow us to serve our clients better. Please visit us at our office on Fire Tower Road in Greenville or online at encpiraterealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
This is Rajay Harris, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. 5th Street serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. And you can follow 5th Street on Instagram for the latest events and specials. 5th Street, right beside the State Theater in downtown Greenville. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. They're open 7 days a week with live music every night with the best lineup of bands on the weekends. And the best part, ladies get in free. Sunday Fun Day rolls on with free pizza all day long. 18 TVs so you don't miss any games. They also have cornhole tournaments starting at 3 o'clock. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram for the latest, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Sean Armstrong, former Pirate. Stop the bleeding for the Rays as he comes in, gets an out. But Toronto leading Tampa right now 6-2. So that's 2 Pirates that have played today. We'll probably
How
see.
many Pirates are on opening day roster?
Well, Jeff Hoffman is on the Phillies, and might see him tomorrow. And Gavin Williams on the Cleveland Guardians. So that would be 4. Is that number right, Shirley? As far as you know, yeah, 4 with a lot in the minors.
I met some coaches that were Pirates.
Who's that?
I can't think of his name. He's older than me. Been in the big leagues for a long time.
Was it a Nairn?
Yeah.
Yep. Nairn is a very popular family name around here with a bunch of ball players.
Yeah.
Jerry Nairn, Sam Nairn. Who are all the Nairns? There's a lot of Nairns out there. Phil Necro.
He's East North Carolina guy.
Nah, I don't think so. Gaylord Perry.
Gaylord Perry. Same thing.
Yeah. This is just word player association at this point.
Who threw a better spitball?
Fleet Feet Rundown is brought to you by Fleet Feet. Coach Hud and Shirley Rhodes have the Fleet Feet. You should too. Go see ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. They have the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe. Go see them 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, they run for you. Quick check on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Thank you, Shirley. The Angels have added a couple. It's 11-3. What is Wes up to?
Wes.
Maybe that should be our one phone call every Thursday.
What?
Call him to do the numbers.
Call Wes.
I could call him right now if you want me to.
I don't know if we
Ask
need
him
that.
if he's at the doctor.
Surgery.
Oh, wait. Phone's ringing. Hang on. Let me see if that's Wes.
Surgery number 10. Angels add a couple. It is 11-3 Orioles as they play in the 8th inning. Astros up 4-3 on the Bronx Bombers. It is Dodgers 6, Cardinals 1, Blue Jays up 6-2 on the Rays in the 7th, and the Reds still blanking the Nationals 7-0. You're asking about the Cubs, Coach. They got the Rangers tonight as the Rangers will, I guess, unveil the banner from the World Series last year.
Yeah.
That is a random thing to say. Rangers, World Series champions. They play tonight, 7:35 on ESPN. Hoops tonight on Pirate Radio. And coverage begins at 7, Shirley? 7 o'clock. Clemson, Arizona. We'll tip it off at 7:09, 7:39, San Diego State, UConn. Late night, Bama and North Carolina, and Illinois, Iowa State. Can the Big Ten win their first championship since 2000, Coach? They need Purdue or Illinois. to carry the water for him this year. That is a long drought.
I'm not feeling good about it.
Wow. Okay. You have not. What?
I'd like to see Purdue win.
Yeah. What? Why don't you like the Boilers?
Going with the odds.
Going with UConn. UConn's too good.
Let me reverse course here. Let me go with the Boilermakers.
Go with the Boilers. I mean, if they call fouls on Zach Edey and foul everybody out,
yeah,
they're gonna be tough to beat. At that
they can
point,
play a lot of players. That's the one thing they can do. They can just keep bringing them at you.
Zach, are you rooting for Tristan Newton as a former Pirate? I like Tristan Newton. I wish he was here, but he's not, and he's doing amazing things with UConn, and would like to see him get another ring. I don't have hate in my heart, Coach.
I mean, he's an All-American.
He's an All-American.
Great player.
Yeah.
And UConn fans are very appreciative of him. I found out on Twitter, so that makes me even more likely to cheer for him.
Shows me where I'm at. Who is this?
Former ECU point guard, transferred to UConn, won a championship, and is their best player pretty much this year.
Now they're All-American.
When was he
first
here?
team
Last year?
2 years ago.
He played us for 3 years, and now he's on his 5th year, 2nd year UConn.
Is he from Carolina? Is he from in-state?
No, he is from El Paso.
Now, there's a journey.
And Steve Rockefort.
You go from Juarez to Pitt County
to Caiden
to Storrs, Connecticut. When I worked there, it was just called Store because there was only one store in the whole town.
Wow.
I'll be here till Thursday.
Wow.
And here's a random Tristan Newton nugget. Saw him at Sub Dogs after a game one night.
With Aaron.
His cousin was in town, Vikings running back Aaron Jones, who went to UTEP.
No kidding.
And he was in town, and of course the world famous Ariel Epstein. If you ever watch MLB TV or NBA TV, you'll see her. But I still am the most famous person in that picture, I would say.
Oh, obviously.
No. Me and Aaron Jones standing under the Let's Make Out sign.
That's gross.
I was going to see if I could get some pictures on him and maybe extort some money out of him, but it didn't work. So, but no, Tristan Newton, good guy, was cool to. Aaron Jones was. I didn't talk to him too much. I told him I was a Washington fan. I think he felt sorry for me. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably so. All right, we got to get our final break in. We'll come back, wrap it up with Coach Hud. We'll get Coach Hud's thought of the day.
Oh,
do you have any thoughts? I want to know what's going through that head.
Mind your own business.
That's a great thought to have. That'll keep you out of trouble most of the time. More to go, Pirate Radio Live, when we return after this.
Last night a little dancer, she came a dancing to my door.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
It's time to save at Beauty Bar Medispa's Spring Extravaganza, April 8th through the 12th. Mark your calendar, but don't wait for the sale. Schedule your free consultation today to get the inside scoop on all the sale pricing. Your free consultation will allow you to understand your options and plan your budget so you can save on services such as Botox, filler, laser treatments, facials, skincare, and more. Schedule your free consultation and mark your calendar, April 8th through the 12th. BeautyBarMedispa.com.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
So try our newest cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza, made with a blend of ricotta and mozzarella, hand stuffed into that Papa John's fresh, never frozen original dough. Get it for a limited time only at Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Ryan McChrystal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need to go to University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Saturday, April 13th, the 4th annual NC Strut Masters Championship is back. Presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate. Turkey hunters from all over the country are headed east to put their skills to the test, and the top scoring birds will win big cash prizes up to $30,000. Live performances by Sadie Bass, Nate Hosey, Styles Hurry, and much, much more. Registration is now open for two-man teams at ncstrutmasters.com. The new weigh-in will be held at Briley's Farm on Old Pactolus Highway in Greenville. Brought to you by Sam Jones Barbecue, Grady White Boats, Greenville Marine Outdoor, Big Rock Power Sports, Avian X Decoys, Metabo Tools, Country March Stores, Mountain Dew, Robinson Law Firm, and Old North State Trust. It's the NC Strut Masters Championship. We'll see you there.
It's bow time. Chicken or biscuits? That's an impossible choice. How can you decide between Bojangles' perfectly crispy, boldly seasoned chicken or their fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits? Well, the good news is you don't have to. With a Cajun chicken filet biscuit, you get the best of both worlds. An all-white meat chicken breast marinated with a bold blend of seasonings and served up on a fluffy, golden buttermilk biscuit. When it comes to real-deal Southern flavor, there's no reason you can't have it all. Order a Cajun chicken filet biscuit today. It's bow time.
This is Carter Spivey, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. The Dow was up 47 points and closed at 39,807. The NASDAQ fell 20 points, finished the day at 16,379, and the S&P was up just 5 points at 5,254. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Vashawn Leonard. Remember him?
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I like Coach Hud because my wheelhouse is kind of 90s. And if I just mention a name, he knows it. But if I mention a guy playing today, like Tristan Newton, you don't know who he is.
Like, what?
But I'm the same way. I know way more about basketball lineups and baseball lineups from like 95 to 2003 than I do today. But that's the way it goes, folks. My brain is full of too much information these days.
We don't follow them like we did in college either.
Yeah. Got a few more responsibilities and things to worry about.
That sucks.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can, kids. Brett, one day you'll have kids running around. You won't be able to bet on every single opening day baseball game. So enjoy it. Enjoy your youth while you can. All right, let's see. Final score check with the O's. As we are your home for Orioles baseball. We'll have some coming your way next week. They're up 11-3, about to close it out on opening day. So it should be one in the win column for Baltimore here on opening day. Coach Hud, final thoughts? We were talking about Purdue a moment ago. You were looking at their road to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Gonzaga, and then the winner of Tennessee Creighton. Tough opponents, but very doable.
Be hard.
And Matt Painter, I hope it's Tennessee and Purdue, because Painter and Barnes have forever been trying to get to that Final Four. I looked it up too. So the Pittsburgh Steelers have had 3 coaches in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Noel.
Period.
Cowher, Tomlin. The Purdue Boilermakers have had 2 basketball coaches in my lifetime. The great Gene Caiden.
Gene, the comb-over Caiden.
That hair.
Great guy.
How did he have black hair when he was 95 years old?
Little spray. Little shoe polish.
He had the darkest hair for the oldest mug I've ever seen.
He had your beard and black hair.
But the Boilers trying to make it to the Final Four.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Coach, enjoyed it, man.
Thank you. I enjoy coming over here.
Yeah, we'll do it again next week. Find some fun stuff to talk about, as always. Brett, good luck tonight. Zach, good to see you, buddy. Shirley, we'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I won't see you tomorrow. We don't have a show.
Wait, are you going to the game tomorrow?
Possibly.
Then I'll probably see you
Taking
there.
a canoe.
But I will be here.
Baseball game?
Yeah, Pirates got 2 tomorrow.
You're going?
I might. I'm not like banned from the facility. I just can't do PA, Coach.
And if you're going, I'm coming and I'm gonna have a sign.
I'm gonna wear my
clip.
Remember the Bobby Valentine? He got ejected and wore the fake mustache. I'm gonna wear my Bobby Valentine costume. I will be here at 1:30 tomorrow talking to new Pirate quarterback Caiden Hauser. We'll throw that up on YouTube and Facebook, so tune in for that. But no show tomorrow. But we will reconvene with you Monday at 3 o'clock. I got you. And a parking pass. $50 a piece. We'll see you Monday at 3. And join us tomorrow on YouTube and Facebook. Back with you.
Be nice.
Then. Be nice. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Nice.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Welcome into the Holton Ahlers shows. We got an exciting episode ahead. Hey, MLB starts this weekend, Elite 8 / Sweet 16 ball. UFL starts, spring football as well. See you on the other side of the break. Hope you enjoy the show. If not, as always,
That's too damn bad! Holton Ahlers turns, and Holton will take off and run himself. He's at the 40-yard line. Holton Ahlers to the 30. Look at him go! 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Pirates!
There's local politics, bud.
It's showtime!
we are back. The Holton Ahlers show. Yes, we were supposed to have Ben Kurt for the second straight week.
Tough subject.
The guy couldn't make it for the second straight week, so we are without a guest this week. We will continue to try to get the best guest possible. If you have any suggestions, hey, just add us. We're going to try to make it happen. Hey, we were told that he was going to make it last week. We were told he was going to make it this week. We were even told that he's going to make it next week, but we'll see if we hold up our bargain on that one. But first, just want to say shout out to Southern Ease. You see me wearing the hat right here, boys. What are you waiting for? Experience the many wellness benefits of Southern Ease's tasty hemp edibles by going to southernease.com. Hey, and at the end of the show, we're going to give you a little discount code for 25% off your order. Just got to wait till the end of the show. Boys, it's March. The madness has happened. How about Oakland? Your boy was just jacking up threes like Jimmer Fredette.